on, my people? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Welcome to OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. If you can donate to the channel, go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's scrolling down there below, my people. All right, people. Everybody probably like, yo, Ken, you doing the live stream very early in the morning. Listen, people. We're supposed to go to work today, but fucking we got a big snowstorm and fucked everything up. But I actually worked through the snowstorm when it was actually, coming down and shit yesterday, to when it got bad. I actually did get to finish my route yesterday, so by the time I was on my way back home, the roads was bad, sliding and shit. I barely, I ain't gonna say I barely made it home, but I took my time getting home. It took me about an hour to get back to my station, park my vehicle and shit. It took me about another 40 minutes just to get home and shit. It only take me 20 minutes to get home. And where I was located at, in the area that I was doing yesterday, it only took me 30 to 35 minutes to get there and 35 minutes to get back. You get what I'm saying? So, but it took me over a fucking hour. But anyway. So that's why I'm home doing live streams early, people. Plus I was out snowing. I was shoveling the front and shit, putting down stuff or whatever. So that's why I got my vest on. You see, I got my vest on. Of course I always wear my Russian hat. But, I'll be out there and about. And if you stupid people want to get their hands on, oh, he drinking early. Nigga, I'm drinking early. I had a long ass fucking day yesterday. I wanted to drink yesterday, but I thought I had to go to work this morning, so I ain't drink shit. I wanted to pop me a beer, yesterday, so I'm drinking early. You know what I mean? I'm gonna enjoy my fucking day. Enjoy my fucking week off. So, cause I work from Sunday to Wednesday, 10-hour shifts, sometimes 12. But so I'm off from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's why I'm drinking today. All right. I shouldn't have to explain that, but I did it anyway. But anyway, I don't know why we have to have these conversations about sellouts and shit. Shout out to my brother True in the building. What up, True? Listen, bro. I was out in the snowstorm. That's what I'm saying, nigga. I barely could get calls and shit because the snowstorm, and where I was working at was out in the fucking weird ass area where you don't get no real good signal out there all the time. But so I probably was at work, bro. In the fucking snow, bro. Somewhere in the motherfucking snow. But shout out to you, bro. I'm gonna get up with you, my dude. Nothing but love for you, bro. Shout out to LT in the building. What up, LT? They say we're still going on over here in Houston. I'm not going to be able to do the yeah, hey man, it happens, bro. It happens. Just be safe out there in that shit, man. That shit ain't nothing to fuck around with. I was waiting on these motherfuckers to call us back early when that shit started to pick up real bad, but they didn't. They don't give a fuck about us. Shout out to True in the bed. Hey man, should be happening, bro. Hey man, I'm glad they listen. I'm glad they called that shit off. You gotta think about it. A lot of times where we be at and shit, we be going up mountains and shit, like people fucking driveways and shit, and they may not got it clean. So it's like having us out there doing that shit. And then they got little ass streets where they don't go and do none of them streets. So it's like, it's like a waste of time. Ain't nobody gonna be you probably have about 3 to 4 houses that need to get package delivered. You be all fucking day doing that, bro. and then it might be like heavy shit. So yeah, man, ain't nobody got time for that shit. It was a bitch yesterday trying to do that shit, and that was when that shit was like in the midst of coming down, and then the shit accumulating. That shit was fucking me up. I was mad as shit. I pulled a muscle in my fucking neck and shit because I had this big ass heavy box and shit, and I had it wrong on my shoulder. Shit fucked my whole. I got my whole fucking neck and all this shit. My shoulder and my arm like kind of fucked up. But yeah, but shout out to you, bro. Be safe out there. Shout out to True again. I'm not fucking with you, True. True crazy as shit. Shout out to my brother, True, man. Shout out True again. True say, yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, we don't really get no days off like that. Listen, I was very shocked that they gave us the day after Christmas off. Believe it or not. So, I was shocked. We had to work Christmas Eve, and we had to work fucking New Year's Eve, and then we had to work the day after New Year's. So I was shocked that they even gave us that day off at the Christmas and shit. Oh damn. Damn, yo. That shit crazy. What you your shoulder got fucked up from the job, or you twisted your shit or fucked it up or did something else? But let me know. Let's get on with the show, people. So, Coon Tatum. Matter of fact, because this is one of those things. It's a goddamn. Coon alert, people. Coon alert. Goddamn buck dancing. Coon Tatum out here buck dancing again and misleading people and shit. Misleading people. This dude said Minister Farrakhan agreed with Donald Trump or some goofy, crazy shit like that. Shout out to my brother Mel P in the building. What up, Mel P? Shout out to my people in Canada, man. Listen, this dude had a nerve and the galls to say this shit. So, people, we gonna break it down. But I'm gonna watch how they're pick and choose and find little shit to make their dumbass point of view, but at the same time, disrespect the minister. So I'm just trying to figure out if you still. We'll get into it. So like I said, it's one thing of me saying it. It's another thing of letting y'all hear it. So when I break it down and I say what I got to say, then it makes sense. But let's get into it.
The nature of this administration is good for us. Because of Trump's way, he is an anomaly. There's never been no president quite like Mr. Trump. There's something that he's doing. Trump is destroying every enemy that was an enemy of our ride.
Louis Farrakhan support Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by TatumPlus.com. TatumPlus.com. Go on right now and join Tatum Plus. All of the exclusive content that that I've been building up will be on Tatum Plus. Interviews that I will not post a full interview on social media. I'm doing it on Tatum Plus. But let me just tell you the reason why I started Tatum Plus. And it's not because I want some gimmick to get y'all to sign up on some stuff. It's because we really have to protect the content, and we really have to protect us moving forward, because at any moment they can say, I'm done with Tatum on YouTube, I'm gone, and y'all never see any of my videos ever again. So we have to create something to maintain what we're doing, is pretty much what it is. I will always do free content. It's not about the money, it's just that I want to add
bullshit. See, first of all, let me just explain to people. First of all, you don't get the platform that Brandon Tatum has if it wasn't about the money. Nigga, you done went around and got all the money from the right wingers to even push your content that you got on YouTube. There's plenty of people that subscribe to this dude that send him a lot of money. A lot of them are racist. I say about 95% of them, or maybe 90, is racist. Okay? Now, that's a goddamn lie. It's just a lie. I don't know why he just lie like that. Yes, it's about the money, man. Just be honest about it, bro. Talking about, oh, YouTube can do this to take your shit down. Go ahead. Nigga, you can always create another YouTube channel. You know that bullshit. And your content ain't that good. It's only good for the white supremacists. That's who you talking to. You ain't talking to us because we don't fuck with you like that. So, it's all fucking lies. It's all fucking lies, people. Just lies. He's just sitting there lying. It is always about the money with these niggas on YouTube and any of these platforms. It's always about the fucking money. People ask me all the time, Kenny, why you get your subscribers up? Because I don't be selling out. I don't be kissing ass. I don't do the same. I try not to do the content that a lot of these niggas do. I do a lot of different content. I try to put out content that makes sense, that actually really open up people's eyes to shit. That's what I at least try to do. Now, I put the content out. I ain't trying to make you think a certain type of way. I'm just trying to get you, or to think the way I think. I'm just trying to get you a way to think outside of the way you may think, or how you perceive certain people. To see some of the fraud and fake shit that goes on. Because I told you, the bitch niggas are winning now. Real niggas like me ain't winning like that. My subscribers are where they at, 200, something like that. People don't donate to it like that. I ask people to donate, they can donate. If they want to or they don't. It's on them. I'll sit in here and speak like it's about 35 motherfuckers in here. And it probably be one or two people in here, and I still keep the same energy and keep the same passion. I don't do shit for clickbait. So he's a goddamn liar. There's a difference between a nigga like me and this coon ass nigga. I'm a field nigga. He a house nigga. That's the difference. And if you don't know the difference between that, Google that bitch or pick up a Black History book or something. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But let's move on. But he lying and we're talking about it ain't about the money. It's bullshit. What up, 85? He already lying. So you know this nigga get ready to lie about everything he get ready to say now. But anyway, let's move on.
That I want to add value, and I want to do some different things. We have big plans for Tatum Plus, movies, everything like that. We have that in the future. But right now, my exclusive speeches, me and my wife have a relationship channel that we're doing. Also, the Cigar Lounge talk that I do.
About what? You and your wife have a channel or something y'all doing about relationships? Or what? Or being a sellout and a racist white bitch? Yes, I call his wife, a racist white bitch. Yes. Because anybody that deal with a sellout ass nigga like that, she a white bitch. She a white racist bitch. Fuck out of here. Listen, how I am reflects on who my wife is. However my wife is, that's a reflect of who I am. So, nigga, 2 peas in the pod to me. That's how I see Brandon Tatum and his racist ass wife. I feel sorry for them children. But anyway, take advice from a sellout. That's the wrong thing. If you having a conversation about interracial dating, that's the wrong goddamn channel to be watching about interracial dating. I tell you that shit. What you gonna learn? This nigga a sellout, she a racist, and they fake believe in God. Then he talking about we got a cigar talk channel where we you a Christian. You don't supposed to be smoking, drinking, and none of that shit. Last time I heard. Oh, I'm sorry. This these new religious people. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I apologize. Fake ass motherfuckers. Man, let's move on, man. I'm already getting annoyed.
That I do. Just some intimate conversations that people wouldn't normally hear me talk about. And I want to do something special for the people that supported me. So go to TatumPlus.com, TatumPlus.com. Go on there and subscribe today. Like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, the most racist person on planet Earth is probably Louis Farrakhan. But I will say this. Louis Farrakhan is kind of like a broken clock.
This nigga said Minister Farrakhan is the most racist person on earth. Cole, see this shit I gotta deal with? R.I.P. to the Mamba. You see this shit I gotta deal with every time we do shows? We get these coon ass. This nigga said the Minister Farrakhan is the most racist person on earth. Let me just say this. This is how genuine I'm going to be about this. Do I think that Donald Trump is the most racist person on earth? No. Trump just blows where the wind takes him to where if he can benefit from it. I don't even know if Trump is really that racist. Believe it or not. But I would never say that about his old dear bigoted leader. He damn sure a bigot. I know that for a fact. But is Trump one of the most racist person or people on earth? No. He too stupid to be. Listen, this how dumb Donald Trump is. He too stupid to be a racist. He too much of a scam artist to be a racist. How about that? But I would never say that Donald Trump is the most racist person on earth. I would never say no shit like that. Number one, it ain't true. I know plenty of more racist motherfuckers than him. I believe Mitch McConnell is more racist than Donald Trump. The only difference is that Mitch McConnell is a smart racist. He knows when to be racist and when not to be racist. He knows what to say that's not racist, and he knows when to say it in code of racism. Mitch McConnell is probably one of the most smart racists that you would ever find in history, believe it or not. Because I told you, a lot of times people don't necessarily got to be right directly in your face to say racist shit. They can do racist policies. They can do racist bills. They can make racist rulings or rules to discriminate. But see, this so-called, he's so intelligent, so smart, that he can't figure that out. Or if he does know it, he's dumbing himself down to his racist audience. And to me, that's even worse. Because you're lowering your IQ and you're lowering your intelligence down to stupid people. Excuse me. And then try to pretend that the rest of us is tripping. So when we call you stupid for a reason. Not saying you intelligently stupid. You stupid by dumbing yourself down morally. two racist, stupid people. But he wouldn't get that. He's more smarter than us. He got all these subscribers. He got a lot of money in his bank account, and he the shit. But he's still morally bankrupt and still morally an idiot. I don't even listen. Unless I think like him as a friend, I don't see how people that even have a slight disagreement with this dude even fuck with him to be his friend. It's weird, bro. But anyway, let's move on.
Broken clock is at least right twice a day. And some of the things that Louis Farrakhan says makes a lot of sense. Sometimes he's speaking truth and sometimes he's 100% correct. One thing that we have to do as a functioning body of people
let me just say this. Who that sounds like? Who that sounds like? I told you these niggas be watching what the fuck I say out of my mouth. I ain't never heard him talk like this. Sometimes he speaks the truth and sometimes he don't. He never says that. None of these niggas really say that. That's why I know he watches my channel. He catch clips or whatever it may be. Somebody send him something. Only I say that. I don't hear people on YouTube really say that. Niggas that got channel. I don't hear that. Because usually people are not morally or biased to a certain extent that where they would say that. They usually just stand on one side. If a motherfucker don't fuck with Trump, they don't fuck with Trump. They don't say nothing good about this motherfucker. Or if they're against somebody like Minister Farrakhan or somebody like that, somebody on the left, they're usually against. Ain't nothing good. They can't say nothing good because they don't get paid. They don't make money over videos to do that. So I know this nigga just watching what I'm saying. Ain't nobody really saying what I'm saying. I said that. I said that shit about him and Candace Owens. I said, yeah, they say some shit that makes a lot of sense. They just the wrong people to deliver it. He just did it in his own way. Sometimes he said a lot of things that's 100%. You know the difference is between me and you? I don't give a fuck if Candace Owens or this coon ass nigga Brandon Tatum says anything that makes good sense. I always tell everybody, I don't give a fuck. And you shouldn't care either. I would never do a video. I remember I did I did the video about Stephen A. Smith. I said he was right what he said about Jason Whitlock. You see me ever praise Stephen A. Smith? Go watch the video. I never praise him. I just said he was right about what the whole thing about Jason Whitlock. It's true. At the same time, it is very true of what Jason Whitlock said about Stephen A. Smith. You know why? Because they both sellouts. How's a sellout gonna get mad at another sellout? Y'all do the same shit. Y'all pretend that y'all do it a little differently. And I told you what the difference between how Stephen A. and Jason Whitlock, how they coon differently. Stephen A. Smith just a little smarter. He knows how to play both sides. Jason Whitlock went full-blooded, but he always been that way. He go full race, he go full bigoted. He go full against his people. He can't say nothing good about his people. Something happened to him when it came to our people. Somebody did something to him. He don't speak highly about black people unless it's somebody that actually sides with him. You notice he never give LeBron his props for off the field shit that he does. He never gives Colin Kaepernick his props for doing shit off of the field. He never gives Serena Williams props for shit that she does off the field. It's always negative. Stephen A. Smith does that here and there. He will praise you for all the good shit you do and then still tear you down, which he has no reason to. Because when you hear him to tear you down, you be like, what the fuck? You just said all this good shit. Why would you still go that route with it? But Jason Whitlock doesn't do that at all. So that was the difference. I wasn't saying that. I think probably if people did see the title in the show, probably thinking that I side with Stephen A. Smith. No, because if you watch the video, I never say this motherfucker some shit. I still tell people you still shouldn't fuck with Stephen A. at all. I just say he was right about another Coon. You don't see me doing videos when I say, oh, Stephen A. Smith said something right, about his enemy. Like Jason Whitlock is his enemy, but they the same people. But you get what I mean? He sides with Joe Biden or he sides with Klummer. Like you don't see me putting videos out like that. I would never do no shit like that. Because it wouldn't matter if they said anything good about the people or say something good about LeBron or whatever. It wouldn't matter to me. You already did fuck shit. It doesn't matter. You a hypocrite anyway. You do more of tearing down black people than you uplift them. And like I said, I know the difference of their temperament. When they're talking about black people, they got this energy, this venom energy of raising a voice and being very disrespectful when they're talking about black people, right? But then when it's somebody white that they're talking about, they don't have that same shit. They don't have that same energy. Well, let's move on.
That you have to be able to decipher truth from false. I mean, truth from fictitious talk, or you have to be knowledgeable enough to compartmentalize. What I mean by that is that a person A is obviously a racist, is obviously believing in something crazy, but that person actually says something that's true.
Listen,
doesn't mean you
can
have
I
to
just say this? Number one, black people can't be racist. Not in America. Outside the country, whatever. But in America, black people can't be racist. We don't got no power to be racist like that. Because, listen, if that was the case, we would make policies in our community where white people and other races of people can't be a part of what we do. And if they tried to, we'd make it very hard for them to be a part of it. We'll make policies for it. We don't have the power to do that, to be racist like that. So that's number one. So that debunked everything he said, but I'm going to break it down some more. Number two, what power do Minister Farrakhan have? Right? To be that racist like he's saying, right? To where white people fear him. White people don't fear Minister Farrakhan in this country. The only people that fear Minister Farrakhan is the racist people that's in government. Your average Joe racist or white people, period, they don't feel Minister Farrakhan. And the reason for that is because black people don't know how to stick together. And they know that about black people. The good and the bad white people. And even some of our minority brothers and sisters. They know that. That's why they treat black people the way they do in this country. For some odd reason, we don't pick that up and we keep pretending that everything's all gravy and we shall overcome and we shall all be one. Nah, nigga. How's that been working out for us? Listen, I love different races of people. I ain't got no problem with everybody. I'm just saying all their people ain't shit either. So you know, and they just group black people, we all this unless we selling out. Then we somebody. Fuck that. I always told y'all, my people come first, and I don't give a fuck with any race got anything to say about that. I don't even give a fuck about if black people got a problem with that. Because first of all, if you got a fucking problem with that, that mean, nigga, you don't understand what I'm saying. I ain't saying we gotta hate other races of people, but damn, listen, we got to come first. We got to fight for us. We got to stick up for us first before we get out there sticking up for everybody else all the time. Sometimes some shit, shut your mouth about certain shit. You hear me? I don't really talk about the border crisis like that. You know why? Because that got nothing to do with us. Not really. They say, oh, the Mexicans gonna come take the black people job. No, they not. A lot of the goddamn jobs the Mexican takes, nobody want to work them bitches. And let me just say this. If that bothers black people that much, then it is true what racist white people say about us. We lazy. And I don't think that about our people. Work harder. Don't let no motherfucking Mexicans or whoever it is to outwork you. How about that? We don't even call it work. We call it hustling. Don't let them out hustle you. Fuck that. Don't let these coon ass niggas and these white supremacists tell you that they coming to steal your job. No, it ain't. It's trying to fit two narratives at the same time. Black people lazy, and they even a threat. The Mexicans, the foreigners, they're a threat to you. Ain't no foreigner a threat to me. None. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna get mine. My thing is to help other people to get theirs. That's my thing. And we all understand that. We ain't got to worry about no border crisis, nigga. Ain't no border crisis. Listen, you think that if they shut the whole shut the whole country down of not allowing the Mexicans or any of them immigrants to come, you think that's going to stop all the fentanyl and all the drugs and the sex trafficking in this country? Bullshit. You know why? Because we got other open borders, nigga. Well, not open borders, but you know what I mean. We got other borders. You don't think they bringing shit from Canada, nigga? You don't think they bringing it from the ports? I told you that's how a lot of that shit get over here, from the ports. Don't let these people bamboozle you, man. They making up shit to scare you. That's all it is. They try to turn them on this. I see you and get you to start being a bigot. Think about it. Brandon Tatum called Minister Farrakhan a racist, but everything about them that they say about other foreign people that come from Latino and Mexican countries, right? They're trying to come over here. They call them dirty. Because they agree with that shit that Donald Trump say they bring drugs. In fact, they ain't say some. They saying all. That's what's coming over here every time they come. Ain't that the most bigoted and racist shit you can say to some about a group of people? Ain't that what they used to say about black people, and probably still think that? We only sell drugs, do drugs. We dirty. They clean. Come on. But he want to call Minister Farrakhan a racist. Listen, I'm not religious. I would never be Muslim. I'd never be a part of Minister Farrakhan, that whole thing. But I support a lot of shit that Minister Farrakhan says about bringing our people together. Mr. Farrakhan, the one thing I love about Mr. Farrakhan, he don't shit on us like that. If we doing some things differently than he would do it. He called the sellouts out too. Brandon Tatum, he would never fuck with you. You're a sellout. You are a danger to black people. He'll tell you that. Now, do I agree with everything that Minister Farrakhan says and done? No. Do I think Minister Farrakhan has said some bigoted shit? Yeah. But who haven't? I know I have. I know some shit I done said on here. People probably think that I'm being bigoted. But you ain't never seen Minister Farrakhan never sit down with Jewish people, never to do certain shit with Jewish people. Never. You gotta understand when Mr. Farrakhan and a whole bunch of these motherfuckers, a lot of this shit is about religious war. That's why I don't get caught up in it. That's why I would never be Muslim. And I love Minister Farrakhan. I don't agree with everything he says, but is he the most racist? Is he racist? No, I don't think he's racist. Do he got some bigoted tactics? I mean, things that he says that he believe in. Yeah, that's a lot of that shit in religion is like that. You can talk to my grandmother. Listen, my grandmother was a bigot to her own granddaughter because of her religion. So what? Our thing was we had to explain to her, regardless of what you're doing, what you don't love her no more? Okay then. You're not going to change her. She going to be who she going to be. It ain't up to you to judge and all that other shit. You believe in God, right? But let God judge that. When the time comes. Who are you? I tell everybody that. We told my grandma that. My grandma changed her whole motherfucking shit, and she's one of the most religious people I ever met in my life. That I know. She old school religious. My grandmother, none of that shit. My grandmother, it got to the point where now my grandma, still to this day, you can't smoke and drink around my grandmother. She know you can go out back, go outside, do that shit. But when she pop up, nigga, everybody put shit down. All right, Gran, I apologize. I'm sorry. Hey, man, put that shit down. Hey, man, Gran here. Everybody do that. Everybody know better than that. You don't drink in Gran house. You don't drink in her presence. You don't smoke in her presence. That's how religious she is. Still to this day. Come on, man. Like I told you, I know real religious people that's really religious like that. My grandma don't curse. She don't do none of that shit. I think the only reason she even be around family members because we is our blood. She wouldn't be around none of this worldly shit that they call worldly. She wouldn't be around none of this shit. But we family, and a lot of us ain't religious at all. One thing about my grandma, she never pushed religion on us. That's why I never pushed that shit. That's why I have a problem with religious people pushing religion on people. My grandma was the most religious person I ever met in my life, for me, and still is to this day. And it really bought that religious shit. And she never tried to push that on nobody. Never. That's like why we ain't try to push the worldly shit on her. There's certain shit, nigga, worldly shit we don't do around her. We don't do certain shit around my grandmother. It's not just because she the eldest. It's just because, nigga, we respect her religion. We came to an understanding. We blood. What, you gonna kick everybody out? You ain't gonna fuck with everybody? Your own kids ain't religious. Your grandkids, me, your great-grandkids ain't. Your great-grandkids, your great-great-great-great-grandkids ain't religious. Come on, man. Let's move on.
I mean, you have to support them, but you should at least be able to say, although I don't trust this person, I don't believe this person, because I think that they're weird and racist and coming from some.
Well, if that's the case, Brandon Tatum, you don't give them props at all. I wouldn't give you no props. I don't trust you. I think you a black white supremacist. I wouldn't give you no credit. I heard like somebody in the family said to me, I think it was my brother Weezy. He said to me, shout out to Big Bro. He said to me, he said, yo, Kenny, she do say some shit that makes sense. So it could have been LT. It was somebody. And said, I said, I don't give a fuck. The bitch still a black white supremacist. She's still a black racist. Still a black bigot. However you want to put it. Whatever your lingo, baby. Give a fuck. I never said she didn't say anything that wasn't right. I mean, she said some things that was right. It doesn't matter. She's the wrong person to deliver messages. Because she really doesn't stand for what the fuck that she does says that's right. So why would it matter if she says something right? Or says something that made sense? It doesn't matter. And I got a lot of backlash from a lot of people in OBFM. Hey man, y'all, for some odd reason, people don't understand that. That's like me sitting here preaching to y'all. Oh, hey man, try not to preach, whatever, right? But me sitting here telling everybody, hey man, y'all shouldn't be doing this, y'all shouldn't be doing that, y'all shouldn't be doing this, and then turn around, I'm out there doing that same shit. I'm out there doing the same shit I'm telling y'all shouldn't be doing. Tell me how that makes sense. Anyway, let's move on.
Barbaric mindset. It doesn't mean that when I hear something that come out of their mouth and it's true that I can't acknowledge it. And that's the only reason why I'm bringing up this clip from Louis Farrakhan, because he had the nerve to get on.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't acknowledge if you said something good. You know why? Because I despise you. Don't hate you, but I despise you. And I think you're a threat to the black community. So I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't acknowledge that you said anything good. That's the difference between me and you. They ain't got nothing to me being petty or I hate you, because I don't. I don't hate nobody in the world. Regardless if you hate me, I don't hate you, because hate is a strong word. You see how people act when they got hate in their heart. You see how they do. You see what they say and how they act. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you said anything that was right or correct. It doesn't matter. You say too many lies for me. You too much of a threat to our people. Well, my people. I don't give a fuck you black. You ain't part of this family. You ain't part of the black community, nigga. You already sold your soul. Fuck out of here, nigga. You just a distant family member that don't nobody fuck with, other than racist white folks and other sellout coons like you. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't give a fuck if he said anything. The nerve of these niggas. But I told you the reason he only even saying this is to make content to make money. That's number one. Then number two, it's only to fit his narrative about Trump, how good Trump is. Because he's a dick rider for Trump. He got Trump dick all in his mouth. All the time. Trump, sucking all that dick. Just a fucking clown. So you pick a clip, you find a clip or whatever it may be about Minister Farrakhan, somebody that you think is the most racist person that you know in the world, right? That shouldn't be believed. He's a liar. He's all these things, but he says something right about your guy. That you believe that's something right about your guy. Right? Because we're going to get into that notion of what Mr. Farrakhan said. I'm going to break that shit down. He's not to be trusted, but to be trusted because he said something good about your guy. Tell me how that makes sense. Why should your listeners be like, see, even Mr. Farrakhan acknowledged, even though he's not to be trusted. So could he be lying about these good things that he's saying about Trump? You fucking idiot. I told you, his content, the shit of how they get information and what they do doesn't make any sense because I could debunk it and break it down. Because it's very simple to break down. If you just have decent like just experiencing life and just common sense. I'm sorry, that's the word. Basic common sense. You can debunk this shit. It wouldn't like it. You'd be like, this dude, get the fuck out of here, Mr. Farrakhan. What? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Then you go listen to it, and then you listen to his content. You be like, listen. When somebody sent me this, I was like, I already know he lying, he making up shit. But I want to hear what he got to say. See how he gonna twist and turn this shit. Listen, a lot of this shit, this content I put out, it ain't for me. It's for y'all to hear. Because this dude and people like him always trying to mislead the people. Mainly our people. Let's move on. But tell me how that make any sense to any of y'all. He despises and says this guy, he can't be trusted, but he want his audience and want the rest of us to believe that what Mr. Farrakhan is getting ready to say in this clip, we should believe. We should acknowledge that he's saying something factual. I don't believe shit that Brandon Tatum says, regardless if it sounds correct or it makes sense. I don't believe that he believes in that. So why would I believe him? But anyway, let's move on.
To get on a podcast and actually tell the truth about Donald Trump. So I want y'all to listen to the clip of Louis Farrakhan wrote a clip.
The nature of this administration is good for us. Because of Trump's way, he is an anomaly. There's never been no president quite like Mr. Trump. There's something that he's doing. Trump is destroying every enemy that was an enemy of our rise.
Actually, Trump is not. Listen. Trump is no different than Ronald Reagan. He's no different than Nixon. Nixon had a cult following. Ronald Reagan had a cult following. They still big up this dude to this day. They tell you how great Abraham Lincoln was. Cult following. He wasn't this great guy. They talk about the forefathers. They all had a cult. What the fuck? Trump didn't do anything that different. Only reason that people saying he's doing something different because we living in 2024 and we like, what the fuck? I thought we was moving past a lot of this dumb shit. That's the only reason a lot of people even shocked. We ain't shocked by Trump. We shocked by the people that's riding with him. Trump ain't nothing new. Out of all those guys I mentioned, all them racists, they was smarter than him. They was actually smarter than him. But out of all those guys, Trump is not better than those guys of how they did shit. He's the dumbest, actually. You know what? I give Trump this. He knows how. He got people around him that kisses his ass so much and really is just disgusting, as just as disgusting as he is, right? And cruel as he is. that actually have just a little bit of common sense, right? A little bit more common sense than he does. That knows how to put this shit together. That's who helps Trump. That's who helps Trump. Trump ain't that goddamn smart to say and do a lot of shit that he does. He's not that smart. Why y'all think Trump is just a figurehead of the people that backs him, that's around him, that's telling him how to do this shit? Look at Donald Trump Jr. He's stupid as shit. Art Trump, stupid. Ivanka Trump. Look how stupid she is. Melania Trump, stupid. Jared Kushner, out of all of them, is probably one of the most intelligent one out of all of them. By far. He still got Stephen Miller there. Stephen Miller's not a dummy. He's a smart racist. Like he got people around him that's smart racists. That's why Trump seems like he's so intelligent. He's not. He's smart. He's not smart. He's never been even a smart businessman. Why you think his kids kind of really took over the business the way they kind of did? Because his dumb ass kept bankrupting the fucking business. Ivanka Trump and what's the husband name? Jared Kushner. They run the day-to-day shit. That nigga don't do shit. Trump don't do a goddamn thing. He's just the face. He's the head. They just show him out, throw him out there. He a photo op a lot of the fucking times. Trump ain't smart like that, bro. Trump ain't did nothing different. So I highly disagree with the Minister Farrakhan. With Minister Farrakhan. I highly disagree with the minister. Now, he could really truly think that, but he's wrong. See how it's easy for me to say that Minister Farrakhan is wrong? He's wrong. And I'm going to disagree with him with a lot more shit.
Rise. Who's the enemy of our rise? Is it the Department of Justice, where we get none? Is it Congress, where you make a law that favors us and then you turn around and destroy it? Is it the media that has destroyed every black leader that stood up for us? Martin Luther King suffered it. Malcolm.
Time out. All that shit you saying, Minister Farrakhan, love you dearly. So you telling me Trump did that for black people? When he doing all this shit, to trying to destroy shit, he's actually helping black people? No, he's not. He's not helping black people. And he didn't do it for black people. He did it for himself. So, Mr. Farrakhan, no disrespect, but get out here with that bullshit. No disrespect, minister, but I got to keep it real, nigga. The fuck out of here with that. No, Donald Trump ain't and not in his mind ever thought about what he was doing to destroy or break down, go after the DOJ, the Congress, or whatever. All that shit he said. He ain't do it for black people. He did it for himself. Fuck out of here. And that don't help black people. Actually, all it really does is allow somebody like him to be a dictator to target black people even more. What the fuck are you talking about, Minister Farrakhan? No disrespect. Get out of here. That shit. And see, and this is what happened. Like you see Charlemagne the God, and I mean, you look at the video, but they had way too much. Listen, I got the most highest respect for Minister Farrakhan, but you just can't say that around me. I don't give a fuck. Sorry. No one man rules me. Long as I'm alive. Fuck out of here. Listen, and I got respect for Minister Farrakhan. Nah, nigga. You ain't saying that around me without me checking that shit. Or at least pushing back in a respectful way. I probably wouldn't say it like this, but I'll be saying, come on, Mr. Farrakhan, that's some bull, man. Come on, man. Nah, don't do that. No, Trump has never did that. He's not doing that for us. And explain to me how that helps. But he goes into it. But watch what Brandon Tatum does.
Malcolm suffered it. He's attacking the media, calls it fake news. We have been the victims of some fake news.
Yes.
He's beating up the FBI. Go at it, baby. Yeah. They've been beating the hell out of us.
So let me say this. The clip kind of cut short a little bit, but...
No, it didn't. He chopped and screwed it. He chopped and screwed that. I'm watching that shit. I know when motherfuckers chopping and screwing something. You chopped and screwed it, nigga. Shout out my niggas from Texas. He chopped and screwed that motherfucker. The fuck out of here, nigga. Oh, it got cut short. No, it didn't. Because if you didn't chop and screw it, he was explaining what he was saying. And let me just say this. Even though I just disagree with Minister Farrakhan on that, what Minister Farrakhan at the end was saying, he chopped and screwed it. I like how he did that. What he was saying was like, go ahead, baby, attack them. Break that shit down. He let the white man break that shit down. That's all we've been saying. How the DOJ, the Congress, the government, the media been tearing down black people. This is why I tell y'all. This is why they say he said he's the most racist when Brandon Tatum said that and all that other shit. Mr. Farrakhan is a very somewhat powerful man in a way. But he ain't that goddamn powerful. He ain't that powerful. They let that white man Donald Trump come in there with power. With no power. He tested them waters. He seen how easy it was to get on the Republican Party side. Because I told y'all the race has always been there. They just been quieted down from the corporate racists, politicians. Don't say this, don't say that. Not now. Because they was smart. Trump went in that bitch and fucked that shit up. Fuck all that. We saying all the racist shit. So your normal respected Republicans that you thought was respectable, you started to see how they was. Look how a lot of them turned out. They was always there. The race has always been in that party. They've been there for 2 or 3 generations when the Democrats and the Republicans switched parties. They always been there. And they trying to act like, oh, Democrat. No, nigga, the Republicans always had racists in their party. Just like the Democrats. They try to call them the Dixiecrats. They all was racist. Go look at some of them policies back in the day. How many of them Republicans voted with the Dixiecrats about black issues? Black people. Just trying to tell you. But that's what he didn't want to say. That what Mr. Farrakhan really meant at the end. He explained it at the end. Go ahead and fuck it up, baby. Go ahead. They've been fucking black people over. Let the white man go in there. Let Donald Trump go there and fuck it up. That's the same shit we were saying. He calling them fake news. We were saying the same shit. They wouldn't listen to us, but they listening to you now. He bum rushed that bitch. That's why Mr. Farrakhan said, go ahead and do that. But he is wrong about how that helps black people. It does not. Because Mr. Farrakhan and some people say turn the whole government should turn all that shit down. And let's restart. But you think these racists are going to allow black people to be a part of that? No. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I got a lot of love for Mr. Farrakhan, but he wrong about that. He wrong about that situation, I'll tell you that. Let's take a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. Alright, people, we back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Go to, if you need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel, it's down there strolling below, people. Let's get it back in.
Little bit, but let me put this in perspective. Why did I pick the clip of Louis Farrakhan talking about Trump? Because I think that he said some things that was accurate, right? Donald Trump is bucking against the system. Donald Trump is doing things that benefit the black community. Now, I don't agree with everything he said in that clip because he act like the country's against black people and all this other stuff while he live in a crazy mansion somewhere.
All right, well, how is that? Tell me how that makes it. He never explains how. Well, I'm sorry. How is him debunking the system help black people? He never explains that. He gonna start going off on some other fuck shit, but that doesn't. Let's move on, man. I don't like these stupid. I don't like these goofy niggas. That. So well, Donald Trump does stuff for black people. When and where? Cause he got a couple of black people out of jail. That makes him about black people. Cause stupid ass black people was talking about, oh, Trump a real dude, he like us because he got a mugshot. That's the most ignorant black people you would ever meet that think that. Why would you even want to fuck with black people like that if they think that? Like, oh, you get a mugshot, that mean you black, you down with us. Why are we glorifying that? Most stupidest shit I ever heard in my life, bro. For black people, for whoever black people that put that dumb, goofy shit out, and maybe they didn't come from black people, but for y'all to run with that, some of y'all would run with that and act like that shit is cool. Ain't nothing funny about that. It's actually demeaning to us. So people's all on social media, we're just trying to have fun. Fuck that. They already make fun of us. Ain't nothing funny about it. This nigga, oh, he get a mug shot. That mean he down with black people. The fuck out of here. He one of us. I don't give a fuck if you was serious or you was playing. That shit ain't nothing to play with. That is the real reason why they take black people as jokes in this country. Now you wonder why. Now you wonder why they ain't got no fucking respect for us. Because some of you stupid ass black people thought that shit was okay and it was cool to say. Oh, we was just playing. Ain't nothing to play. You niggas, a lot of you Negroes embarrass us in public. And then you wonder why some of these white folks ain't got no respect for you. And other races of people. These foreigners come over here. Some of them come over here. They black people, they they're just lazy. They ungrateful. You wonder why they do that. See, some of this shit you got to take self-responsibility of for how we conduct ourselves and what we acknowledge that, is okay and not okay. I ain't saying all my black people was okay with that shit, but some nice percentage of y'all was okay with that dumb, goofy shit. So, at the end of the day, back to what I was saying, what did Donald Trump do for black people? How did him going at the system help us? Because he damn sure wasn't for us. Let's move on, man.
Where getting rich and sending all his kids and friends' kids to private school potentially. But he did say something that I think.
So what is the goddamn difference? That Trump does it. Trump kid don't go to no regular school. Nigga go to his kids go to a private school. His grandkids go to a private school. What the fuck? What that mean? What the fuck that mean? What the fuck that mean? And the one thing that he won't tell you, because that's a goddamn lie, Mr. Farrakhan lived not that far from a lot of the fuck shit that happens in Chicago. He lives there. Google it. He don't got one or two houses and shit. He got a couple of houses, of course. He got a couple of dollars. But what's the difference from Trump? What's the difference? Let me tell you the most cruel shit that Trump did. One of the most cruel shit that he did. You know what he did? This is why I don't respect Ivanka Trump. That was you and Donald Trump Jr. mom. This nigga mom, y'all mom died. He put your mom at one of his golf courses and buried her there for a tax cut. You say nothing about it. They don't even keep the grass up good. Ain't give a tombstone or nothing. They just buried her ass there. Fuck out of here. That's your mama, nigga. Listen, I got a lot of beef with my moms, nigga. I wouldn't never do that to my mom. Man, my mom don't see eye to eye for years. Been over a decade. At least a decade. I say at least a decade. Would never do my mom like that. Don't get me wrong. No disrespect. And people might feel differently about this. I don't do funerals anyway. But it was up to me. I'd throw something for her. But I wouldn't go to no funeral. I wouldn't pay all that money for a fucking funeral. Now, my family members may call and say, Kenny, we need you to throw a couple of dollars to, for the funeral. I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to the funeral. I don't do funerals anyway. But I wouldn't go. But I throw something for, I'll probably go after the funeral, after the burial. You do the reception thing at the end. But I wouldn't go to nothing else other than that. That's just me. I don't do that. People tell you that. The most funerals I ever been to was probably about in my whole life, maybe 2 or 3, the most, I think. Yeah, 3. I went to my my little homie, my wife, little cousin, his shit. I always talk about him. I went to his shit. I went to my aunt Bun. I went to hers, and I went to my mother-in-law husband, Mr. Frank. I went to his shit. That's because I had a lot of love for him like that. But I still didn't want to do that. I never wanted to do none of them. Oh, no, 4. I went to my Aunt Lil's. Yeah, I went to my Aunt Lil funeral. That's 4 people I ever been to a funeral. I don't do funerals, bro. But people like, well, it's your mama. So? Even if we was close like that and she gave me the rights of how, she told me this how I say, Mom, I'm not going to that funeral. Just saying. Not going to no funeral. I don't want to see you like that. Between you and God. Like, seriously. And like I said, who the fuck can give a fuck about anybody when they die at the wild? Honestly. Motherfuckers ain't gonna give a fuck about me after I die. Only the immediate people that's gonna care. And then after a while, they gonna get over me a little bit. Because they gonna have to move on with their life, nigga. I'm just here for a reason. I'm supposed to be here to do what I need to be doing. I'm just a presence. That's it. People don't realize that shit. How quick it is for people to forget people. Especially in this day and times. We move even more faster than we used to move back in the 90s. Come on, man. Shit is different.
Something that I think black people should start recognizing. Go back and look at what Donald Trump did while he was in office. And this clip was while Donald Trump was in office. Go back and look at what Donald Trump did while he was in office. Go back and look at the things that you believe will benefit your community. Lower taxes, border security.
Time out. I'm going to rewind that. That wasn't what you said. And that wasn't what Mr. Farrakhan said. It was about him going against the system. It wasn't about the time Trump was in office. It was about him going against the system. But you see how he switched that up. To saying, talking about, oh, what Trump did for black people. You see that shit? That wasn't the question, nigga. That wasn't what Minister Farrakhan was saying. He didn't say nothing about policies, nigga. He said a bunking against the system. That he thought that Trump that benefited black people, which I highly disagree with. But anyway, let's go back to the shit that he's saying that Trump did for black people. Now we can switch it up and let's talk about the shit that he said that black people benefited from Trump being in office. And I'm gonna debunk every last one of that bullshit.
He did say something that I think black people should start recognizing. Go back and look at what Donald Trump did while he was in office. And this clip was while Donald Trump was in office. Go back and look at what Donald Trump did while he was in office. Go back and look at the things that you believe will benefit your community. Lower taxes, border security. I mean, you go down and name it. You name it.
Lower taxes. People, if you read that tax cut bill like I did, that shit did not help black people. It may help some rich black people, but it didn't help black people like us that work 9 to 5s, that live regular lives and shit. Poor black people. Didn't help us at all. That shit helped the rich and rich black people maybe. Well, I ain't gonna say maybe it did. That's why you heard the 50 cents in the rap was coming out, hey man, Biden fucking up, man. Talking about these tax cuts. Why would I take 50 cents seriously? You're a rich black man. And like I said, when the last time you, and I'm not saying he doesn't, but when the last time you hear about 50 Cent doing anything for the black community? I'll wait. How about 2 Chainz? A couple of these niggas. I'll wait. I ain't saying they bad dudes. I'm just saying. Why would I take any political shit from any of these niggas? Talk about anything political. These niggas don't do shit or talk about our people like that. They use black pain to make money. No disrespect. I ain't saying they don't do no good shit. I ain't saying that they don't go out and give back to the community. But do we hear about it? No. We talk about all the moves they making. All the financial moves they're making. That's all I'm saying. And then he said something about what he said, border security. I told y'all, I talked about that shit before. That shit is irrelevant to black people. That shit doesn't affect us. People say, well, what about all these Mexicans moving in your community? Let me just say something. The same way how you feel about Mexicans moving in your community, don't you think that the white communities feel the same way about that when you niggas go in their community? It's cold. I swear, I get sick of trying to break this shit down because common sense is just common sense. Shit just makes sense because it just makes sense. The truth is the truth. You know? So you want to be like racist white people, bigoted white people, huh? Listen, and let me just say this. Let me tell you a good story about some Mexicans, right? Foreigners come in here. When the snow shit was happening, shout out to Mr. John. And he got to cut my grass too, but he just bought him a house, owned him a house over there. Just bought his house. Just got his house. Shout out to him. Fuck, I'm gonna hate on that for. Ain't no black people try to go. I've been trying to get my sister to buy a fucking house over here for so fucking long, but she'd rather live in the hood. But that's on her. I ain't say rent. I said come buy this bitch. See, black people want rent. We want to get Section 8. Not all of us, some of us. But anyway, my sister was on that book. Man, fuck. Anyway. See, I don't discriminate where I throw these shots at. Because shit be real. But anyway, let's move on. Miss John, snow shit came. Ain't no black people get out there and took their truck and did our whole block. When, with the trucks, to get the snow or whatever. He did that. He ain't had to. He did that for the whole block. Listen, and it's black, white, Mexicans, all live on this block. More black people than Mexicans. But he did it. Not just our block. He ran through the whole community. I ain't see no black people out there, no black drivers, no white drivers out there shoving that shit, that snow. You know what they was waiting on? They was waiting on the city to do it. Nah, Mr. John did that shit. Yeah, of course he gonna do it for him and his people. Of course he supposed to. For him and his family and his people. Of course he supposed to, but he didn't have to. But he did it. Little shit like that. He cuts damn near half of everybody grass around here and don't charge them crazy money. damn near half of everybody in the community. He does that. And don't charge us craziness. Money. I don't see black people or white people doing that. So listen, there's some good Mexican brothers and sisters out there, and I salute them when I salute them, but some of y'all ain't shit either. But I know some good Mexicans. People. I know some good Mexican people. Know some good white folks. Know some great black people, good black people. That's why we don't supposed to be, like Martin said, judge people by their character, not their skin. That's why he said that. I live by that shit, but at the same time, I'm not ignorant to the shit either. And I don't think Martin was either, but I listen more to Malcolm X. That's why my people come first. I listen to Mr. Farrakhan. That's why my people come first, because I understand. Because even though Mr. John did all that shit, I know his real reason was because his people live on this block. Some of his people live around here. And there's nothing wrong with that. Until we start to understand that we in this shit together. And I believe partly he did it for him and his people. But I know the other part, he probably did it for all of us. He did shit for us that I know he wouldn't have did for other people. Would did for his own people. Or would have did it, but he did it for us too. So shout out to Mr. John, man. Let's move on. And one thing I did learn about Mexican people, they stay amongst themselves. Even in your neighborhood, they will stay amongst themselves a lot of the times. They keep their kids with their kids. That's just how it is. And it may seem wrong, but it's not really. The culture different. They may have religious beliefs. You got to respect that. I truly do. But we can still live in harmony. We still can respect each other. I still respect what they do. As long as that shit don't get on no racist shit, I'm good with it. Don't disrespect mine. I definitely won't disrespect yours. Just trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all always acting like y'all got to be a part of somebody's shit. Nah, nigga, sometimes that's people's shit. Like black people. Nigga, sometimes some shit just our shit. We don't need our people. Everybody can't always be invited. God damn. Fuck is going on around here? But anyway, let's move on.
You name it, he did it. Urban revitalization. The First Step Act, which some people disagree with me on the First Step Act. I looked through the entire act. I thought it was a really good piece of legislation or a policy that I think was great. Me and Candace Owens lobbied for the First Step.
It wasn't none of y'all shit. It wasn't even Donald Trump shit. It actually was Barack Obama policy. It was a Democrat policy, if you want to be honest about it. Had nothing to do with Republicans. And the people that was pushing for it was Democrats, black folks. That you hardly disagree and call them whiners and beggars. Fuck are you talking about? It was pretty good. Trump didn't come up with that. It was already written. It was already a policy. He didn't even tweak it. It was the same shit that Barack was pushing. Fuck are you talking about? Now you can say Donald Trump got that shit pushed when he had all the people in office. I mean, in Congress that was Republicans. You can say that. You can say that. That's the only good positive thing you can say. But it wasn't his policy. And yes, Barack Obama was a coward for not getting that shit pushed. And the Democrat Party was as well. And the only reason that shit got passed the way it did, because it was bipartisan by Democrats and Republicans. And the Republicans ran the House and the Congress. I mean, yeah, and the Senate. Barack Obama had the Senate and the House, and he still wouldn't pass it. because he wanted bipartisanship. Look how that worked out for your goofy ass Barack Obama. All that, listen, all that shit, and Barack Obama, when it comes to the black community to this day, we don't fuck with him really like that. Nigga, we watch how you try to play that Joe Biden bipartisan bullshit. And look how it happened to you. Joe was in your ear. That corporate Democrat was in your ear and turned you into something that you shouldn't have been. Now you listen to Barack Obama half of the fucking time when he come out with speeches or he come out with interviews and talk. He sound like a black version of Joe Biden. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't even tripping off if Trump win in 2024. I ain't tripping, cause I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm wishing, cause you know black people wish you would. I'm wishing, cause if Trump win, we're gonna be fucked up for a minute. But evil only can last so long. You know what will happen? She ain't gonna have a choice. Michelle Obama gonna have to run. And I guarantee you, her motherfucking cabinet gonna be filled with people that's about that shit. About that life. About our people. Because I told y'all, when Trump get in there, everybody keep talking about the foreigners and shit and other races of people. The main people that's going to get affected by this shit is black people. They're going to blame us for everything. I told you. At the end of the day, he wasn't fully coming at all of us. He wasn't coming at black people. What happened? This shit wound up turning around on us. Nobody want to believe me about it. Everything that happened with Trump and his whole administration running, and even Biden shit, I told y'all what was going to happen. And everything I said that was going to happen came true. It ain't even predicting it. You can see the writing on the wall. You can see how it's going to go. You listen to what they say. All you got to do is listen to what they say. And then you do homework and look at their past. Look at their record. It tells you. They shit don't add up. But I'll predict this. If you want to call it a prediction. But I don't think it's a prediction. I know what's gonna happen. If Trump wins, and if he does win, he gonna fuck this country up. I'm just telling y'all that now. We gonna be in chaos. I'm telling y'all that shit now. And they gonna fuck the country up so bad. The Republicans. Because I don't just blame Trump, I blame the Republicans. And the voters. They gonna fuck this shit up so bad. And all the Coon sellouts. You're gonna fuck this shit up so bad. Michelle Obama gonna have to run. She ain't gonna. It's not another candidate. It's not another Democrat that black people gonna fuck with. We don't really fuck with a husband really truly like that. But we fuck with Michelle. Real talk. We fuck with Michelle more than we fuck with Barack. It wasn't like the Hillary shit with Bill. We fuck with Bill. But Hillary, come on now. Listen, it's not a white woman, Democrat or Republican, that could be the first female president. I'm just telling y'all that. It's too much male chauvinism goes on. From whatever race it is from. It just is. But in that time of need of with Trump bullshit, if he does win, Michelle ain't got no choice but to run. She got no choice. Black people ain't gonna trust nobody after this. I'm telling you, if Trump win, we not gonna trust no Democrat. I'm just telling you that now. I don't trust him at all anyway, but fuck out of here. Motherfuckers disregard what I said about the progressive movement with Bernie Sanders, and we had a good Democrat, progressive Democrat at that time, and black people, y'all just fucked that up. And I believe it was black folks. I'm putting it on black people. Y'all fucked that up. We could have changed the game, but y'all ain't want to do. He doesn't speak to the black community like that. Why we got to be center of attention all the time with shit? You didn't even understand policies that actually will help us. Regardless of it, we from Martin Luther King, right? We celebrate and we praise Martin Luther King. That's what Martin Luther King wanted. But of course black people was to get something out of it. We was gonna get something out of it. We both got everything. You just fucking like, hey man. And then Joe Biden gonna do this. Nigga, Joe Biden don't give a fuck about black people. Oh, y'all fell for the goddamn okie doke. Wow. I sit back, I laugh at motherfuckers now. Plenty of family members and friends of mine, and I see people all on Twitter, everybody. Joe Biden ain't doing shit for black people. I tried to tell you. How you can get mad at that man? That man did exactly what I told y'all he was going to do. His record through his whole political career told you that. And you still fell for the okie doke and let these motherfuckers scare you to vote. And so we ain't gonna get back to get nothing done with Bernie Sanders in there. Black people, did you get something? Did you feel that Joe Biden got something done for you? I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that shit from a lot of our black people that voted for Joe Biden. Y'all can't complain. Joe ain't doing this. He ain't did that. I don't want to vote. Nigga, get your ass out and vote. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Fuck out of here, man. When we told y'all niggas don't vote for this motherfucker, y'all didn't listen to us. People like me. When we told y'all go vote for Bernie Sanders, you didn't want to go vote for him. Now you stuck with what you got. Now y'all bitches complain, he ain't doing nothing for black people. You already knew that. Remember the whole thing the corporate Democrat Party was telling you? If Bernie got in there, he ain't gonna be able to get nothing done. Nothing done. We need to bring the country together. We was already divided. Did Joe Biden bring the country? Joe Biden been in there almost 4 years. Is the country back together? We just stable. That's it. He done kept this bitch stable. That's about it. That's all. That's all. Joe Biden did exactly what Barack Obama did when he got in office. He got us back stable. We fucked up. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing changed. Go look at the times with Barack when he was in office for 8 years. All he did was stable this shit. Get the economy back running. He didn't do nothing. Do nothing for black people or none of that shit. I'm only speaking to my black people. I'm not speaking to other races of people. I'm talking about black folks. Because black people, Always like to get out here and whine and bitch and complain. Some of y'all bitch and complaining about Biden ain't do nothing. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Because I tried to tell y'all. A lot of us tried to tell y'all he wasn't going to do shit. Shit, Bernie told you he wasn't going to do shit. And you still ain't listen to him. That man ran twice against corporate Democrats. Then you might say Bernie was running for about 15 years. And y'all still turned him down. And then now you want to sit here and bitch and complaining about, Biden ain't do nothing for us. But let's see what Trump talking about. The same old... Never mind. Let's move on.
I'll be for the First Step Act on Capitol Hill. I read it all. And most your Congress people didn't even read it. Some people were like, they're going to let rapists out. No, it wasn't, because that's not in the clause. It has to be a nonviolent crime. But anyway, we can go down the list. But Donald Trump is...
First of all, that is not what Democratic politicians that was in Congress that said that. That is a goddamn lie. They all was on board with that. So he's lying. They're the ones that was helping pushing that shit. What are you talking? They the ones created the bill. What are you talking about? And then you say the politicians didn't read the bill. They created the bill. There you go lying. Brandon Tatum, why you gotta lie, man? Listen, I know you lied to your viewers, and I know you lied to the Trumpers or whatever, the MAGAs. I know you lied to them because they stupid enough not to go read or to go back and look at shit because they ignorant as fuck. But dude, people like me, you lying to me, it's like insulting to me. Y'all didn't even create the bill. It wasn't even your bill. It wasn't Trump bill. It wasn't even a Republican bill. See, what they don't want you to know and want you to realize is that when Trump started to push that bill, that shit came from Democrats and black people. Like, you got to give us something, right? So now, they pushed for that, right? They got Trump and they pushed him. Then Trump pushed the Republicans because they was never going to want to pass that bill. Because if they did, they would have passed it 6 or 7 years ago when Barack Obama was in office. But they didn't. They wasn't planning on doing it. But Trump pushed them, probably threatened them, said some shit. Y'all fucking up our shit. We got to get black people on our side. Whatever the strategy was. But he pushed them to do it. But Trump didn't come up with the bill. Nobody in his administration came up with the bill. Nobody in the Republican Party came up with that bill. That was a Democratic bill. That was a fucking Barack Obama bill. That had nothing to do with the Republicans or Trump. Back then, at that time, with Trump, or even now. Fuck out of here. Trump get a little credit for passing it, but it wasn't his bill. And he didn't want to do it. Until he got pressured and pushed to do it. You need to stop, bro. You need to stop lying. But then you can't, because if you stop lying, Brandon Tatum, right? Then you're gonna lose viewers, right? And then you're gonna lose money that they donate to you. And then them other, right-wing corporations or people that donate to you and give you money. You'll lose that if you tell the truth. Because you can't go against the great Donald Trump.
Donald Trump has done a lot of incredible things. Why don't people get it? See, when Louis Farrakhan said what he said, they were hooping and cheering him on. If I said the same thing that Louis Farrakhan said, they'd be talking crazy about me, talking about I'm trying to make excuses for why I'm right. And I just like when...
No, first of all, I think Mr. Farrakhan is wrong. And let's just get this straight. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. The Democrat Party can't stand Minister Farrakhan. They call him a racist. Or at least a bigot. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Only real black people fuck with Minister Farrakhan. Everybody don't fuck with him. Fuck is you talking about? So just making up shit. You lying again. Stop lying, man. Or stop telling half-truths. And half-truths means that you're not telling the truth. Because you're not telling the full truth. You got to talk about shit that don't line up with what you're saying. When it doesn't just benefit your fucking narrative. But you can't do that. That's why you picking and choosing. That's why you lying. He acting like the Democrat Party like Minister Farrakhan. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. He's sitting there lying, making up shit. Anyway, let's move on.
It's like when I hear people who are in the community actually get up and tell the truth. But I have to say this again. I don't really like Louis Farrakhan. I think he's a race bait.
What community? You ain't a part of the black community. Who told you that? Who told you you're a part of the community? You don't even be in the same spaces as Minister Farrakhan. What are you talking about? Or any of our communities. You're not around us. What are you talking about, bro? There you go. Lying again. You's a habituous liar, bro. You don't be around us, nigga. What are you talking about in our community? What community? You are in the racist community. You're not in our community, nigga. What are you talking about? Only black people of a community that you be around is Coon community. You don't be around black people community. What the fuck are you talking about? You go to any community spilling that bullshit in the black community, you get your ass fucked up or rant the fuck out. One or the other. You know better than that. Or you go and try to brainwash young inner city kids like Charleston White does. That same goofy shit that these niggas do. Kids that going through trauma and pain. And y'all ain't the only sellout Negroes that do that, but I'm just saying, if you do that, you ain't in the black community like that, nigga, please. I always get upset at the parents for allowing that shit. The black parents, the fuck going on with y'all? Allowing that shit. You notice Charleston White only like to fuck with them teenagers that they parents ain't really in their lives and ain't really a part of their lives. They just out there. They out there. They living like adults now. You notice that he only go fuck with those black children? Because if he tried to fuck with some real black children and the black community really truly like that, the parents that got some fucking common sense, he wouldn't get that close to them. Let me explain something to you. If Charleston White tried to come and talk to any kids in the black community down here in Baltimore City, he couldn't. I'm telling you that now. Them black parents. But see, you gotta understand. See, when you talking about Baltimore City, you talking about basically a lot of people black. We outnumber everybody in the city. In the work field, teachers, whatever it may be, kids, people, overall, we outnumber. Even though they try to come and try to gentrify our shit a little bit, we still outnumber them. Can't do that shit in black schools. That's why that white woman got her ass whipped a while ago. It was a story a while ago why that black child beat the shit out. And I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying she beat the shit out of her. That white lady was out of pocket. And that little young girl whipped her ass. I don't condone violence, but I understood why she did what she did. Fuck wrong with you? Listen, I know white people that know better not to call black people the N-word. That's grew up in the city, in the black community. Didn't do that. They know better. You're fucked up. So Charleston White couldn't come down here and no black Baltimore City school, not in the hood. I tell you that shit, he may go to Baltimore County and do some bullshit like that. And then, believe it or not, they might not allow that shit because those parents are very, very involved in their children's lives. Probably a lot more than in the city. And no disrespect to my brothers and sisters that's in the city. They got kids that go to school. But I'm just saying. Fuck out of here. Bram, tell me you ain't with us, nigga. We don't fuck with you. And you know where to go. They pick and choose where they go. They know better. They're the same speech in a real inner city. But it's black people at. Nigga, that shit ain't working.
A race baiter. I think he's a racist, and it's
let me tell you how. Let me cut it off. Let me tell you how real it is down here in the city. Right? I want y'all to know this. Now I don't know what's in a lot of these white people's hearts. Don't know that. Right? People. I work in the city. Deliver. That's my job. I be there. I'll tell you something. Even if it's more of a white people's area, you see signs up. Black Lives Matter. No white people know where the fuck they at. It ain't a scare tactic. It's just they know where they at. And if you ain't a good white person that live amongst black people like that, because outside of that little ass bubble is black people. Because they got their little bubble. No disrespect to them. But outside of their little bubble, it's black people there. We outnumber them. And I'm not saying that's their intentions. That's the only reason they doing it. I'm just saying they understand where they at. That's my whole point. They may genuinely feel this way, but they know where they at. I done been to counties where when you go like Glen Burnie and Anne Arundel County and shit like that, Harford County and shit like that, you see white people out there with Confederates flags and Trump flags. You ain't got that shit in the city. They ain't got that shit in the city. They get their ass whipped. I'm just telling y'all. And I'm not condoning violence. I'm just telling y'all that's what will happen. So don't ever get that shit twisted about, like, these racist white people, they know where to go. They know where to do certain shit at. Even white people in general. Not just saying all white people, that's the bad ones. Even the good ones. They know better. They know where they are. And they know where it's certain shit that you can and can't do. It's no different when black people do certain shit. We know where we can and can't do shit. Just trying to tell you. Don't let these people fool you. I'm from my city. I know how my city get down. I know how shit is. We very segregated. We still segregated. Just because you may see a lot of white people and minorities in, we are segregated. Those white people and black people you see, they're good black people. I mean, they're good minorities and white folks to live amongst us. I'm telling you. Because they will get exposed very quickly. Very quickly. Don't get that shit twisted. Listen, we done ran racist minorities out and ran racist white people out owning businesses and stores in our community. We don't play that shit. I'm telling you, listen, Baltimore City ain't like no other. We ain't saying we the toughest and all that shit, but I'm telling you, the atmosphere is different. That shit, some of that shit that happens in a lot of y'all cities, and where amongst black people are and minorities and racist white people, they be doing, man, that shit ain't happening here, bro. Listen, out of LA or New York, we probably third on the list of most corrupt politicians and police officers and law enforcement. We third on that list. We at least in that top 3. I put it like that. I'm telling you that. You can't do some of that shit they think about doing down here. You can't. I'm trying to tell you. If they told you about all the fucked up shit that Baltimore City does, you'd be like, dang, them niggas down there, they grimy. And what the fuck are they doing down there? What's going on with them? And listen, I ain't talking about the street niggas. Niggas commit crime. I'm talking about the politicians and all these motherfuckers. Police officers, law enforcement. I'm trying to tell y'all. Because a lot of them grew up in the community. Just trying to tell y'all. That's why you can get touched down here. You talk, go ahead and talk shit about Baltimore. Go ahead. See what happened to you. You won't roll around this bitch no more. I don't give a fuck who your family members are. Your family members probably be like, trying to tell you. One thing I love about my city, you from this bitch, you from this bitch. You from here. We don't let outsiders ride us like that and play with us and fuck with us like that. We don't play those games. Not niggas can be like, oh, nigga get a pass coming through. Yeah, all right. We don't play that shit. Nigga, we might murk you and murk the nigga that you gave a pass to. You don't disrespect the city. Your outsider don't disrespect us. You hear the nigga, the fake ass nigga whack 100 talk all that goofy shit. Nigga, yeah, disrespect the city like that. That's why you hear them politicians talk about Baltimore and shit. They don't come here. They don't come this motherfucker. Them motherfuckers, politicians be talking greasy about Baltimore and shit, Baltimore City. Nigga, they don't come here. They don't come here. They don't come here and be, you know, like politicians don't come here, bro. We here and there get the president come do the here and there, nigga, but they'll shut this bitch down like Fort Knox. If it's a president, anybody come, nigga, you see all the police in the world. It be snipers every motherfucking where. From blocks to blocks. From communities to communities. Or however this motherfucker gotta leave from here to get back to DC. Or PG County, or at least the county. Can't just come in Baltimore like that. And a politician can do that. Telling you that. Because usually our local politicians live amongst us. Some of them don't. Like O'Malley, he ain't never lived in the city. That nigga was highly guarded. We ain't fuck with him. It was drug dealers dude back in that day, yo, wanted to kill this dude, man. And they got the opportunity, they would have killed him. Just trying to tell y'all, he did a lot of fuck shit down here. Like I told you, it ain't about being tough and talking about how hard your city is and nothing like that. Listen, nigga, I know cities that get busy too. It ain't just about my city. I'm just telling you, a lot of shit that happens in other cities won't happen here. I'm just telling you. And any nigga that from out our city that comes down here, they know that. You don't hear people speak ill about Baltimore. Only thing fucked up shit they may say, yo, them niggas live in poverty down there. Them niggas is bad down there. Some shit. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas poor down there. Like, you know what I mean? Shit ain't right down there. Like, you know what I mean? That's mostly what they say. But they ain't gonna get disrespectful. And if they do, they don't roam down here no more. They can't come here. Just make that shit clear. And ain't condoning violence and all that shit. I'm just telling you how motherfuckers are down here. I never disrespect my city. First of all, no one I'm from here, but when never disrespect my city, nigga, that's a suicide mission. And then why would I want to do that morally? Because nigga, I want to help my city. Why I want to tear bitch down? I know the fucked up shit. I ain't got to keep speaking on it, keep telling that shit, or keep shitting on niggas down here for it. Nah, nigga, I want to help it. But a part of me, like that we grimy. Like our edge. Like that niggas can't do certain shit down in my city. Cause niggas be out of pocket. I see it all the time. Niggas be in other people's cities being that because they get a pass. Okay, nigga. Fuck that. I could beef with a nigga in my city and the nigga say some fucked up shit about a nigga in my city, nigga's on. I'm riding with my op. Cause no nigga from the city can come down here. And that's the difference I keep telling y'all about Baltimore. Like, nigga, I could be beefing with a nigga down here that's my op. Or a nigga could be beefing down with a nigga that's his op. But out of town nigga say some goofy shit about a nigga in my city. Nigga, we'll ride together and fuck you up. That's how we do. Let's move on. Sorry I went on that tangent, but I get sick of the fake shit. It's a lot of fake shit going on, man. This shit is irritating the shit out of me lately.
And it's sad that these people spend their whole life career making the world out to be an anti-black scenario. I just want to say this for the record. White folks ain't worried about you no more. Maybe 100 years ago, white people were worried about black people. White people ain't worried about black people. The system ain't just concocted just to hurt black people. Because, see, when it was only white people and black people that were the biggest majority, then, yeah, you could say maybe the Congress was set up for this and set up for that. Now we got other minority examples of them doing well in America. Asians doing well. Africans doing well. Not African Americans. There's African Americans that do well, but I'm saying when you look at the numbers of Africans that come here to America, they generally do better than African Americans. We got Mexicans come over here doing.
Wow. Oh, we gotta go back. Oh, we got to go back. I know this nigga ain't just say what I thought he just said. Let's go back.
I think he's a race baiter. I think he's a racist, and it's sad that these people spend their whole life career making the world out to be an anti-black scenario. I just want to say this for the record. White folks ain't worried about you no more. Maybe 100.
First of all, you're a fucking lie. You're a liar. You're a liar. Let me tell you why white folks worry about black people. Because we the culture. We make shit cool. We make shit popular. We set trends. So they do worry about us. And why is it that they got a problem with black people moving in their neighborhoods then, since they ain't worrying about us? Why are they pushing anti-black legislation in certain states? Why are they doing that? Why? Why they don't want to teach black children about black history? Why you are an opponent of that and you okay with that? Why is that? So they ain't worrying about black people. White people ain't worrying about black people. Well, why are you trying to stop people from knowing the? Why are they trying to push policies to stop worrying about black history then? You're a fucking liar. Brandon Tatum, you're a fucking liar. That's number one, you pussy ass nigga. And this is why you can't take anything that this dude says seriously. Your shit is always anti-black. Oh, white people ain't worrying about you. Oh, nigga, let me just say this. Honestly, we wish that was the case. We wish that was the case. But we know better. A lot of our black people, we know better, Negro. And because you are a token sellout house nigga, and you got a little paper, got a little channel, make a little money, and got that white guy and them little mixed breed kids, means nothing. See, the difference is between me and you, Brandon Tatum, I don't hate you that you made it. I'm ashamed of you, disappointed that you didn't take the opportunity that you made it and do something real positive for your people. But I don't hate you. I ain't mad at you. You had to do what you had to do to make it. But that ain't the route and the morals that a motherfucker like me and others would take to make it. See, I notice how like you always like to go at Oprah and all them. You ain't no different from Oprah. You're a gatekeeper. You're a sellout. You ain't no different from Oprah. Oprah a sellout too. Tyler Perry a sellout. Whole bunch of them motherfuckers. You always want to call them the elites. So what you think you are? You don't think you're a part of that society? Oh, because, that side don't like your side. Y'all ain't the same. Y'all have so much more in common than you think. It's almost like Joe Biden. You hate Joe Biden, but you love Donald Trump. Donald Trump and Joe Biden got the same thing in common. They got a lot of things in common, I'm sorry. They the same motherfuckers. They all part of the elite. And what you talking about, nigga? See, I can break your stupidity down. It might be other brothers and sisters and a lot of them, the good white folks or some of the fucked up white folks that can't understand that you're a fraud. Just like Donald Trump a fraud. You can't play me, nigga. You can't play me. Talking that nonsense. Let's move on.
Maybe 100 years ago, white people were worried about black people. White people ain't worried about black people. The system ain't just concocted just to hurt black people. Because, see, when it was only white people and black people.
Deflection. I keep telling y'all, black people is the most, and we're the most influential people in this country. We always been that. See, he want to tear us down to build up other races of people, but he hate them too, right? But I'm gonna break this down clearly to all my minority brothers and sisters. See how he use y'all against us? He gonna break it down to how I'm gonna show you how he breaks it down. Now, no disrespect to my minorities, brothers and sisters, but y'all ain't more influential than us in America. Black Americans. You're just not. No disrespect to you. We appreciate you. Some of y'all, but not all y'all. That's like if we went to Mexico, we ain't got no choice but to sit over there. We might influence some shit, but y'all influence Mexico. Y'all influence Africa. Y'all influence certain other countries and shit. My Jamaican brothers and sisters, all of them. That's the culture. I get it. But we don't come over there and try to act like we created something. We don't disrespect it. See, black people ain't like that. Black people, I don't like calling us black Americans. Black people here in America, we don't tear down y'all shit. See, black people here in America, we give you your flowers. That's what we do. We respect where we go. Y'all come over here and disrespect some shit that we built. Those racist white people, they ain't built shit. They stole everything. They stole everything. Even to the white people, some of them good and some of them bad. You all got stolen shit and stolen opportunities from us. Your ancestors stole that shit from our people. We always be behind the 8 ball. As long as we got goofy black niggas like him. Don't ever get that shit twisted. We've been doing this shit for a long motherfucking time here, people. This nigga want to tear us down. Talking about, oh, they ain't worrying about, like, we ain't important. See how this coon ass nigga does? We ain't important. They ain't worrying about us. Nigga, let me just explain something to you. We don't worry about racists. We don't worry about white people like that. If you want to be very honest, you want to say that? We don't worry about racist white people. We ain't talking about white people as a whole, but we don't worry about racist white people at all. And you think even the good ones, we don't worry about them at all. We wake up wanting to be you trying to say we anti-American or we anti-white. Bullshit, nigga. So now we the racists now. We the biggest because we calling out hypocrisy. So when Martin was doing it, he had a right to do it. We see the same shit now, even though shit got a little better. We the racists now? We anti-Semitic? And it takes listen, you know the crazy shit about it? I ain't never heard this from white people. What he just said, black people, white people ain't worrying about you. I ain't never heard that from a white supremacist. So I know that they using this token Negro to say this shit. The fuck out of here, bro. If that's the case, then we ain't worrying about white people then. How you know the whole black community worrying about white people then? How you know that all white people ain't worrying about black people? How you know that, nigga? You old goofy ass. You a fucking sellout for a reason, nigga. You a token Negro. You want to play this shit, nigga? Are you serious? This is why I tell black people, listen to what I'm saying. This Negro like him, these sellout niggas are a danger to black people. This nigga trying to act like we irrelevant. They ain't worrying about you. White people ain't worrying about you. Really. But he's trying to make us irrelevant. And then the foreign motherfuckers get ready to talk about foreign people. Or we worrying about them. And then try to prop them up to how good they doing. But that's why they worrying about them. Because that's how good they doing. That's white supremacy talk. This nigga should be ashamed of himself. His family should be ashamed of him. And they should be ashamed of themselves for even backing this goofy nigga. His wife ain't shit. Like I told you, she a fucking racist white bitch. For her to sit there and be okay with this nigga saying this. For any black person to think this is okay for this dude to say this. Shame on you, man. Like, we irrelevant. They ain't thinking about us. Really. Why is it every time when an uproar happens, a police shooting, it's black people? Why is that then? Why is it in some neighborhoods, I say a lot of neighborhoods, that it's about 60 to 70% white officers in our neighborhood named police in their own motherfucking neighborhoods? Why is that? We ain't got enough black people to police our own neighborhoods? That's bullshit. Yeah, we do. Why is that? Why they only focus on our community when we know the statistics is that as many as black people killing black people, the white people are doing it too. They only try to raise up the crime rate when it comes to our people. But they don't tell you in the mix of all that shit, it's a lot of white people in that shit too. When they tell you it's 300 murders in a city, right? Or a state, they don't tell you that half or more than half comes from other different communities other than black. We don't make half of the fucking crime rate. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. It's a myth. They always try to do that. Why they always only focusing on the black community? Why they don't focus on the white trailer trash community? Why they don't do that? Why they don't never just focus on other minorities or the fucking murders that go on there? We ain't the only ones killing each other. They doing it too. Why? A lot of this percentage that they don't tell you about why it's so-called black on black crime, the percentage of that, a lot of that shit is incidental, like not incidental. It's not intentional that people kill people, that kill a black person. I know a black person killed somebody. Sometimes it's just a mistake, but they throw that all together. There's plenty of crimes like that happen. How you gonna call something a black on black crime when somebody, like, it wasn't a bullet what it meant for them? Right? You've been in situations where people shoot, sometimes bullets go and hit innocent people. That's not black on black crime. You think that motherfucker intentionally kill a kid or intentionally kill an innocent person? No. How you call that black on black crime? How you put that in the statistics? It's a reason why they do it. So when this motherfucker say white people ain't worrying about black people, it's a fucking lie. The system tells us different, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many white people you know. I know what the system says. I know what the system does. Half of the motherfuckers you probably talking to don't work in the system. And if they do, shout out that they don't give a fuck. I'm glad they don't, but they probably lying to your racist, your buck dancing ass. Excuse me. That shit angered me, man. I don't know why this dude always seemed like he always got to turn down black people to make white people look good. I don't understand that. I ain't got to turn down a whole white community or white people to make my people look good. Nigga, I can just talk to you about the things that we accomplish, that we are good at. You know why they do that though? They send these token niggas because their ancestry, their whole portfolio of who they is as a people is trash. And I ain't talking about the good white folks. I'm talking even the good white folks. I'm talking about the good white folks and the bad white folks. All their whole history about their ancestors is trash. They owned slaves. They owned out people. And that's why they got to go out here and send token Negroes like him out to trash us and to talk bad about our people. Because our history comes from pain. Black pain. And we came from that. Our ancestors fought through that to make us get better opportunities. They did that for us. Now we still going to keep fighting for them? Because see, I don't fight just for the future and the present. Nigga, I fight for our ancestors that sacrifice. And I keep speaking the truth about because of them. Partly because of them. And a big part of them. The struggle ain't over, nigga. Because we got a little freedom. We got a little different opportunities now. What about all the other black people that been mistreated and got murdered? And still to this day getting mistreated at jobs and not getting jobs and stuff like that. We supposed to ignore that because a couple of us can get us some jobs, some bullshit jobs. You don't think we got bullshit jobs back in the day? Working for white folks, motherfucker? Fuck is wrong with black folks? Well, some of us. Fuck out of here, man. Let's move on.
Well, in black people, they were the biggest majority. Then, yeah, you could say maybe the Congress was set up for this and set up for that. Now we got other minority examples of them doing well in America. Asians doing well. Africans doing well. Not African Americans. There's African Americans that do well, but I'm saying when you look at...
Let me break that down. And I'm going to tell y'all why. See, what he won't tell you is that a lot of those Africans and them different minorities and Mexicans, all he talk about, them Chinese, all of them come from they was together already. We the lost black people of Africa. We the lost people. We don't have a culture. We're trying to create a culture. Do y'all understand that as black people that live in America? We don't have a fucking culture. We're trying to create a culture. So all these people he talking about, all these different minorities he talking about, come from culture. We got stolen from a fucking culture that we had. They took our culture. So that's why we don't have a fucking culture. That's why they can come over here and stick together and do well. We was designed in this country after a while to turn on each other. It was on purpose to see us gang banging and shooting and killing each other and hating and jealous because another brother doing something good. It was designed. They took our culture away. So for this goofy motherfucker to sit here and say, oh, they come over here, they doing well. Because they already got culture. They just established their culture. They already established it. They come from culture. Listen, all those different minorities that he talking to you about, they ain't get slaved in this country. They ain't get slaved. We got bamboozled. We were slaves. Our ancestors were slaves from the time they got on the boat. Our own people sold us out. We are the descendants from our own ancestors from the motherland that sold us out. The fuck out of here. They sold us out for whatever the fuck they offered them. I ain't got to get into details because it doesn't even matter. They sold us out. The time they let our ancestors get on that boat, before they even got on the boat, lied to them and told them, you're going to get a better life. They already knew what was going to happen to us. Our own people from the motherland. Our tribes that from the motherland sold us out. So when I hear Africans, some of them come over here downplaying us, nigga, fuck y'all, man. Y'all ain't come back to save us, nigga. You stood over there in Africa and let the Chinese and the whites still fuck y'all over. Y'all still ain't doing shit. Y'all just trying to step up now. You sold us out. And we here. They sold us out. We ain't have a fucking chance once we got on that boat. We ain't have a chance. We was outnumbered. Already. We was already outnumbered. We was already behind the 8 ball when our ancestors got on that motherfucking boat. Well, boats. It wasn't one, it was boats of us. Boats! See, they don't want to tell you the real story. So for this coon sellout ass nigga to sit there and be like, oh my God, they come over here and they do well. And I'm going to get on the second part of that, but I want to focus on the history. So of course we come over broken. About time they landed them boats here, we was already broken. Spiritually, mentally, and physically, we was broken. So you got physically, mentally broken people. Spiritually broken people. They have kids, so they teach them broken shit that they already been broken off of. We was broken already. This ain't victimhood. This is facts. Ain't no victim shit here. It's facts. See, facts can't be victimhood shit. Or you trying to be a victim. Facts is facts. We was already broken. So you got broken people raising broken people for generation after generation after generation after generation after fucking generation and even more generations. We've been broken. So that's why you see our black people to this day partly broken. It ain't an excuse. It ain't victimhood. It's a fact. See, they don't care about black pain. They don't care about black mental. They don't care about our shit been generations, a generation of pain. Tell me what the white people, what they motherfucking pain and shit was. Tell me what it was. Tell me what those white Europeans, any white person, they could be good or bad. Tell me what they motherfucking shit is. Tell me what it is. Tell me what they motherfucking pain is. even the Jewish, I know they went through the Holocaust. Ain't taking that shit for lightly. They pain ain't ours. It ain't like ours. Their own people did that to them. Ain't nobody come in and lie to them and put them on boats or none of that shit. Nobody came and took over their country. That shit was done by their own. Their own people. When you hear about the foreigners that come over here, the Mexicans, done by their own. They allowed it. Because they cowards. Even if they let the white people, the Europeans, come and fuck them up. They allowed it. You get no pass? But you like to come over here to talk about the blacks. The black people. That was born here. That ancestrally come from the slaves that was on that boat. Because mine do. That's why I take that shit personal. And then what they do through years of what they don't tell you is that I mixed with a whole bunch of shit. What they tell you, they were fucking raping out people. All of them. Not just the whites, the Mexicans, and all of them that was coming over here. They was raping out people. That's why we mix with shit. We black people that live in America is probably the most mixed people in the whole entire world. But they don't want to tell you that. They want to sit there and act like, oh my God, the black people from America is so spoiled and lazy. Fuck you. You can suck my dick. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, you too pro-black. Ain't got nothing to do with that bitch because I'm not pro-black. I don't hate nobody. Let me just tell you, explain something. The truth hurts, motherfucker. You come over here acting like you better than people, and then you let these white racist motherfuckers influence you to think that you better than us. You ain't shit. You know why you ain't shit? Because the same people that you run from look like you. Where did black Americans run to? I'll wait. I'll wait. Where we run to? Where can we run to? I'll wait. I'll wait, you motherfuckers. And that goes for, I don't give a fuck what race you are. Tell me where black people can run to. If we don't like something that we don't like in America. Where we can run to. What country? We gonna go back to Africa? For what? For what? We don't even know what tribe we from. We mixed with so much shit. They didn't rape and murdered out people. Molested children and shit. Had babies without motherfucking our babies back then. People trying to act like incest was illegal. It wasn't back then. People trying to act like molested and raping children wasn't illegal back then. What wasn't illegal? Was illegal? It wasn't. It was legal. It was legal back then. They raped out people. Look at some of our people. Look at this kicker blood. Look at me. Look at me. Sit there, play that goofy shit, and this nigga sitting there, he's trying to pretend. Yeah, all right, man. Y'all can keep wandering around here in America and pretending that we welcome and pretending that these people care about us and they don't give a fuck about us. We got our own people. They use our own people to tear us down. And tell me how that's working out for you. Tell me how you can't listen to a nigga like me and act like I'm tripping. Oh, he's the angry black dude. I ain't angry about shit. I'm disappointed. I ain't angry. And I'm very passionate. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. And if I am angry, I'm angry that my black people keep falling for the same trick. They've been saying this shit back in the day. And you still falling for it. Why do y'all think that they don't want us? Listen, it's not even just other white kids to know about history. They don't even want young black kids that's coming up to know about history so they can take advantage of them. Do y'all understand that's how they kept black people in control? Because we couldn't read and write? Do y'all understand that? What is the difference of what they don't want to teach the history? It's to keep you ignorant. To keep the young black child and the white child ignorant. That's how change happened. Once the black children learn how to can read and write, then the white children started to understand too. They can read. They wasn't. You think they was letting white kids read black books back in certain times? Authors? No. They was banned too. Segregation was real, niggas. I don't understand. This shit ain't rocket scientist shit here. It was about the gay people. It's not about them. It's about the immigrants. It's not about them. It all boils down to us. They try to deflect us to that shit. They don't got a problem with the fucking immigrants. Let me tell you why. Because damn near half of them work for their corporations, work on their farms, work jobs that they don't want to work. You think they worrying about the gays? Really? Listen, and I'm being nice about it, 25% of them gay. Anyway, they're just hiding it. They acting like homosexual, being a homosexual ain't been around. Every generation has been homosexuals. They just deflect you with the Bible and religion. Fuck out of here. If you read the Bible, they'll tell you that it was homosexuals in the Bible. Pay attention. It ain't about being woke. It's about waking the fuck up. Come on, man.
When you look at the numbers of Africans that come here to America, they generally do better than African Americans. We got Mexicans come over here doing better than y'all.
And you know why? And you hear him. And this is how you know that he's a black white supremacist. And he talking about my people. He said, they're doing better than y'all. I thought you was black. Regardless if we disagree or not, I would never say that you ain't a black man. Who's this y'all shit? See what I'm saying? But anyway, he said, the next thing, he said, they do better when they come over. I told you I broke one part down. But the other part is, this is why you got to watch Democrats. A lot of that policy that these motherfuckers come over here and they get jobs and shit like that, that wasn't just a liberal thing. That was a bipartisan shit. That came from Republicans and Democrats. They never want to tell you about that policy that they put in. They let them foreigners come over here and they get bigger and better opportunities than and can get loans and shit from banks. And I keep telling y'all about some of why the foreigners come in, they stick together, the different races of people. They come from that already. All they did, and even if you look at international shit, because it's deeper than that. If you look at international shit, Saudi Arabia, everybody, they got their people here. They got their people here for a reason, bro. We did that as an American. He acting like that's some black shit. Like, no, nigga, they did that on purpose to make money, to capitalize. That's why they allow Saudi Arabia, even though they know Saudi Arabia was the reason that why 9/11 happened. Come on. If that was the case of 9/11 happened, every Muslim from Iran or whatever, Pakistani, whatever you are, they're supposed to be gone. If they really cared about America. I don't give a fuck if they was good or bad. The way they talk, patriotic shit, on that racist shit, no, they ain't gonna do that. Because they make money. They made money off the war. Now, we didn't. But the big businesses and corporations, they made plenty of money. Defense people, they made money. Corporations, they made money off of that. This shit is about capitalism too. Whenever black people decide to put their money together and be together, they will find a way to destroy it. They always did. It has always been in history. So with Brandon Tatum telling you, let's just get with white people and you know, let them help us. It ain't black owned, but you know, because Brandon Tatum ain't black owned. White people sponsor his shit. It's like any other entity. You feel what I'm saying? He don't want to do black owned. Listen, I'm going to tell you something real talk. And no disrespect to anybody that's doing black owned shit. It is nobody in America do black owned shit. Nobody. I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't have workers creating some of the shit that you need. You're getting it from somebody else. So it's not black owned. It's like white people. It ain't nothing white owned. They're getting it from somebody else. It's nothing like that. They ain't got a whole bunch of white people creating shit. It's not that. Now, what they talking about black owned, they mean like, hey, only black people be in charge of the business, whatever we running. Right? But creating, like actually creating like shit literally to give to a black owned business, no. We getting that shit from a foreign country, you know, wherever. You know, the material that we need to keep it so-called black owned. Nobody's really truly doing a whole full black owned shit where you only hire black people for everything. Everything has to be black owned. That's bullshit. Now, some of these black Negroes won't tell you the truth about that, but I just did. Nothing is black owned, just like ain't nothing when it's white owned. No race got, at this point in time in 2024, no race is really that much more tapped into anything more than anybody in this country. In this world. That's why you see the chaos that you see. Because at one period of time, America had control over a lot of shit. Now you're seeing China jump up in the shit. Now everybody got a problem with China. See Saudi Arabia, same shit. Like, I'm just telling y'all.
So when you look at the spectrum of what's going on, the country isn't against you. You're against you. You the ones got dirt all over. You know, you got trash all over your community. You the one spray painting and graffiti and stuff. You the one gang banging on your street, shooting your brother and sister. You doing.
My brother. I don't have trash and shit all around in my community. And I'm in between the city. Okay? Ain't nobody spray painting shit all on the walls and all that shit where I'm at. I'm not saying you can't see it nowhere, but not in my community. So who you talking to? Because I live amongst the people. Who you talking to? See, this is what I mean by you can't see all black people. See, he's doing that racist shit. He's doing the white people's work for him. Is that every black community, nigga? I go to my grandmother community, nigga, you won't see that. And that's in the midst of the hood. Ain't no gang banging, nobody spray. Fuck is you talking about? Every hood ain't the same, nigga, and that's the problem. That's why you out of touch. You don't know nothing. The fuck are you talking about? Let's move on.
You doing that? Look, Johnny down the street selling y'all drugs, not the white man. Look, look, Tyrone in there.
First of all, that's a lie. Where you think they getting the drugs from? Where you think the drug dealers getting it from? Even your biggest kingpin, where you think they getting it from? They ain't getting it from black people. Black people has never had a control of the drugs that comes in this country. We have never. We don't even create the drugs. This is why I tell y'all black people can't be racist, bro. We don't have that power. Not black people that live in America. We don't have that power. You always hear us. We always talk about the plug. You know what the plug is? The plug is that this motherfucker got people that actually create the drug. Oh my God. See, this is what happens when you out of touch and you don't know nothing. Black people can never be the plug. We don't got a whole bunch of niggas in the field growing and whatever the fuck they do to get these drugs. We don't have people to do that. We ain't the plug. Listen, white people ain't even the plug. The only difference is what white people does is that they know who the plug is. And I ain't gonna put y'all out there like that, but everybody should know by now. The people that create these drugs, we deal with the motherfuckers that we consider criminals. We get drugs. Where the fuck y'all think opiates come from? Where the fuck do y'all think that fentanyl come from? Y'all know when y'all go to the doctors, wait, that's all that's what that is. They just dosed it down. That's it, but it's still addictive. Oh, man. You take a fucking pain relaxer. When they give you I take a pain nigga, we probably all high off a dope at periods of time. If you had an addictive mind state that you was addicted to something, you probably anybody can get addicted to something. Addicted to the pain medicine. Everybody could. For me, I just know better. I'll tolerate pain before I get addicted to something because it just reminds me of my mom getting addicted to drugs. I know when my mom really got addicted to drugs. When she was trying to become a nurse and they was doing drugs and shit at the job, right? And my mom was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit, blah, blah, blah. I know the story. And then my mom got hurt on the job or some shit like that. And she just started taking pain pills. And then she from the hood or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, shit happens. You mix that shit and she was working. She was going to, she was trying to be a nursing school. And got hooked on that shit. And then that shit wasn't enough with them pain pills, and then she started fucking with them drugs. That's usually how it goes. When you can't afford them pain pills no more, you ain't there no more, right? So what's the next cheaper thing? Heroin. Dope. So know what I'm saying? But we don't control shit. We can move kilos and all that bullshit, but nigga, it's the plug of us. Just like you think all this shit that the government got that makes legal, fentanyl is in a lot of pain medicine they give you. They just break down the doses of it. That's all. They mixed it right. But it's still addictive. Just trying to tell you. They got certain levels of pain effects of pain pills. You ever notice that? Just trying to tell you. We all do dope. And if you really want to believe it or not, our government sells dope. But Kenny, how you know this? You don't? Oh, okay. And if you don't, research. Do the homework. It's okay to recognize what science is doing. It ain't all bad, but yeah, it's fucked up. We all on that shit. Take them pain pills like that, yeah. I gotta take muscle relaxers and shit like that. Yeah, we all got some little dope up in it. You take a Tylenol, nigga, it's dope in that. All that shit, Advil, all of it. It's dope. It's just not as strong. You know the difference. When they tell you to get doctors, they give you some shit. That shit is strong. That's the dope. I'm trying to tell you. Now, why you want to listen to me, man? We keep going around in the cycle. Let's move on.
Pumping and sweating and not taking care of his responsibilities. What do they have to do with the white man? Y'all the one worried about black men marrying white women. White people ain't worried about y'all. Y'all the one stressed out over that. Y'all the one bashing y'all.
You know, he brung up dating white women because he dated a white woman. He wouldn't talk about it if he was dating a black woman. And just to tell you, Brandon Tatum, I give a fuck if you're dating a white woman or black woman is dating a white man. That's how you treating your people. I don't give a fuck about you being in an interracial relationship, my dude. And half of the time, let me tell you something. What they won't tell you is that black people is more accepting white people into the community of interracial dating than white people are of black people in the interracial relationship. That's just a fact. So he like try to push this narrative. Oh, black people got so much of a problem. We more accepting to that shit than your white counterparts. I know that it may fuck up your dumbass narrative, but that's a fact. It's the truth. We all know that. But you're trying to pretend like it's something different. It's not. I have no problem with interracial dating. I always cringe when I see it, no lie to you, because I be like, I hope my reason of cringing of that is because I hopefully my black brothers and sisters understand what they're getting into, because that comes with like more problems because you're already black in America. I always tell people the reason I probably don't deal with a lot of issues that people deal with is because I stay to myself. I stay to myself. I don't really fuck around with people like that. If I do fuck with you, I fuck with you, but I'm at this point at my age, like, I just don't be around shit that if I can feel or I can see that this shit gonna go left. I got that intuition like that. Sometimes I'm not always on, but a lot of times I am. You just don't fuck with people. You already, I've been around a long motherfucking time. I know how a lot of shit gonna go. So that's why a lot of times I don't be shocked about how shit goes. Because I already know. I already know how it's gonna go. So shit don't shock me. Let's move on.
When bashing your own man, y'all the one want to be strong and independent, and I'm just a lot to handle for a man. And then you single and sad, and you blaming the white man. Y'all the ones.
See how you just going at the black women? Black women didn't start the feminist movement. That was white women. And black women, I don't want to call black women dumb. You got bamboozled into going with that movement. That wasn't created by black women. That was created by white women. But he ain't talking about white women. Because he with a white woman. He can't talk bad about white women. Because he with one. He with one. I'm with a black woman, and I'll talk bad about some black women. I ain't scared. I ain't afraid. Fuck out of here. But he's a coward. But anyway, let's move on.
Y'all the ones mess up your own community opportunities. That's not, when I grew up, there was not a white person in sight unless it was a cop or the person working in the school system. And you look around and say, well, why is all the devastation? It's because you.
Let me just say this. That's a lie. That's a lie. And it might be partly true in his way, but I'm just saying, if he's speaking that way about himself, that's fine. Okay, cool. But you can't say that about other black people. Other black people have different experiences than you do. Honestly. And so for you to sit there and try to be acting like, oh, nah, I ain't never had it, so it ain't happened to you. Who the fuck are you? That's like me sitting there saying, y'all, the young niggas or people that's going through struggle, oh, I ain't going through that. Like, even like now, I don't go through a lot of shit that people go through, right? It's like me to say that shit doesn't exist. It doesn't matter because I don't go through it now. Maybe because I'm moving the way I move. Maybe because how I set myself up, the reason I don't go through it. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. This dude, he's out of control. Like I told you, a racist is a racist. Oh shit. Hold on, people. Give me 1 second.
Because you're a part of that. You don't value your own community. You don't value relationships. You don't value raising your children right. You still believe in antiquated practices of beating your kids for no reason. You're the one that are doing that. You're the one bought into the system. You're the one still voting for Democrats. You're the one sending your kids to school in a failing school where you can homeschool your children. You're the one voting for policies that's detrimental to your community. Policies that leave open borders. So black people that's barely making it, not all black people, the ones who are struggling, now they got the Mexicans coming over here and being in front of you. They in front of line before you can get, you finna go broke. Barely putting food on the table. Wages ain't going up, but that inflation.
You see how he had to catch himself? Because he seen him going on this racist black white supremacy rant, right? So he had to catch him. Not all of you, but you was doing that before until you caught yourself. But you should have been doing that from the beginning. But that's because he's intentionally doing that. He's intentionally doing that shit. Trying to make black people look bad. Now, mind you, when I talk about this shit, I say almost almost close to exactly what he says, right? About some of our black people. But I make sure I say something. Or I catch myself here and there and I say it. But everybody know my intentions is not to say all my black people is like this. And even if some of my people like this, I'm trying to give them jewels. I'm not trying to talk down to my people like I'm better than them. Because I've been there. I understand. I understand why some people do what they do. Some of my black people do what they do. I get it. But that doesn't make it right. That doesn't mean I get to turn a blind eye to it. That doesn't mean I give you solutions. His solution is to sell out. Listen to him again.
You're the one that are doing it. You the one bought into the system. You the one still voting for Democrats. You the one sending your kids to school in a failing school where you can.
It's you. You vote for Democrats. But tell me if you vote for Republicans, how that's going to change your life. Listen, every black voter can vote for a Republican right now, and I guarantee you it wouldn't change your life. I guarantee you that. Not because I want you to vote Democrat, because I don't. But I'm telling you, black people just, and I don't like that we in a situation, we always got to pick, who's worse, who's better, right? Lesser two evils. That's what we say now. Lesser two evils. Why we keep putting ourselves in this predicament? Why we not vote for none of them? Because the day we do not vote for all of them, even one of them, the day we take ourselves out of the conversation, in a way, right? But we need to find a candidate that we gonna fuck with and rock with. But I seen that black people, like when it came to Bernie, they nitpick about shit because you listen to mainstream media and mainstream media just don't go at Republicans. They go at the good candidates, and the Democrats help control that too. It ain't just the Democrats, it's the Republicans too. They intentionally tried to downplay Bernie. He was a great candidate for black people. And I'm still going to stand on that. To this day, he was a great candidate. And y'all let that shit slide because we were so connected. Listen, Brandon Tatum ain't lying about that, but he's only trying to get you to vote for Republicans or Donald Trump. I'm trying to get you, like, listen, yeah, a lot of shit in the Democrat Party is fucked up. It's some good shit over there. It ain't nothing good in the Republican Party. I'm telling you that straight up and down. Ain't nothing good over there. Nothing. No policies, nothing. Even if they give you one or two good policies, it's probably about 90 to 95% policies that's bad for black people. And just a lot of their policies just on moral shit that you shouldn't fuck with. Because like I said, if they start fucking with the Mexicans and the gays and other races of people, the Chinese or whatever they do, I guarantee you that the shit always come back on us. Because they going to send agents and house niggas like Brandon Tatum to tear us down. To focus on, what about Chicago? What about New York? What about Baltimore? What about Detroit? Look at DC. Majority black. Also, it's Baltimore, nigga. They let the system is corrupt. And then he acting like, oh, Trump get in there. He talking about the corruptionists, the corruptness. But the thing about it, when Trump get in there, he's going to even corrupt it even more to be a dictator, to where everybody got to do exactly what he want us to do. How's that freedom? They talk about all this so-called freedom, but how's that freedom? Trump and his allies can break the rules, even though they're not religious people, because they will do it. They will break the laws of religion. I guarantee you, because this is who they are. That's why every time you turn around, it comes out, they talk about voter fraud. It's usually Republicans. Every time they talk about all this gay shit, people coming out being gay and all this other shit and being pedophiles and rapists and shit like that, it usually is Republicans. It's usually them. Touching children, it's usually them. Just trying to tell y'all. What? Listen, and I'm gonna leave this as this, and we gonna get out of here with this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Do y'all know why that they call mass shootings now? It doesn't matter. Like they started to call black on black crime. Now it's not black on black crime no more. Now it's mass shootings regardless. Like they try to make it as a whole. Like it's mass shootings in the black community. But I thought it was black on black crime. Now it's mass shootings. It can't be a mass shooting. You know what a mass shooting is? The definition of a mass shooting is when somebody goes there and don't give a fuck about who they kill. It's planned. It's a reason why they go on that so-called mission to kill people. It's a reason why, right? And it got to do with race. That's what a mass shooting is. And they're just killing innocent people randomly. That's not usually what niggas in the city does. Like, the motherfuckers that's gangbanging. It's a reason why they're shooting shit up. They got a target. Just like a mass shooter. They got a target on some racist shit. You think the difference between that's what I said, it can be a mass shooting what black people do. The reason that black people kill is not because the motherfucker is black. Not because the motherfucker is Mexican or white. They killing this motherfucker for a reason, and it has nothing to do with their skin color. But when mass shooters do it, it's a reason why. It's because of the color of their skin. It's because of their religion. You think a nigga out here talking about, oh nigga, you believe in a gangbanger, go on a mass shooting. Go on a drive-by. Oh, I'm gonna kill this nigga cause you know what? He's a Christian. Oh, I'm gonna kill this nigga cause he white. Fuck no. That nigga is going on that drive-by to kill and shoot people, and sometimes it does happen, and I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying, sometimes it happens, they kill innocent people, innocent children, and shit like that. Is that their intentions? No. Hell no. But them the mass shooters, they go do what they do. Nigga, they don't give a fuck who they kill. Their intention is to kill any and everybody. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But they mainly trying to kill whatever their racist belief is. That's the difference. Well, a lot of differences. One of the differences. But they don't want to tell you that. So now they call mass shooters because now all the media really talks about is right-wing mass shootings. So then all of a sudden now the narrative now to make this shit even and like it's the same as it's called niggas in the hood shooting and killing each other a mass shooting. Come on, bro. That's why if more than one person gets shot in a drive-by or whatever that situation may be, they call it a mass shooting now. Just trying to tell y'all, man. Shout out to Bookie in the building. What up, Buck? Just sad, man. Motherfuckers got really realized that shit. Like, I think sometimes my wife said this to me a lot of times. I pay attention to shit that people don't pay attention to. So I come off as like too serious or like too political or like, you know what I mean? Mainly too serious. So I tune people off and shit like that. And my personality is not like a little personality. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some people don't have a big personality. So when they go in the rooms, they can kind of like fit in. When I go in rooms a lot of times, I can have different conversations of talking about them conversations, but I don't fit in. Because my mind don't work like that. I live in reality. I don't live in fake shit. And I told you the bitch niggas are winning. And I know this for a fact. So like when I get into situations and we talk about shit, you know, like, and I'm gonna leave this with this. Because y'all gonna see the changes or whatever that's gonna come. Right? And I tried to have real conversations with different OBF members, right? And one thing about me, whatever I'm getting ready to say, I didn't say to their face, right? So that's the difference. And it ain't no shit that I'm gonna throw too much out of about people personal business, because that, you know, at the end of the day, if we don't fuck with each other, it just is what it is. But I don't throw your personal shit out there like that, right? I want everybody to understand something. For a whole year, last year, right, by myself, and I remember for the year before that, we was having a conversation and everybody was like, yo, Kenny, if you just did this shit consistently like that, like every day you did this shit and you did it, or more than what you do it, we can blow this shit up, right? And I said, I don't think so. That was my opinion. It's because the simple fact that the way my personality is and the way how I carry shit, it wouldn't do what they thought that was gonna happen, right? So, and they said that shit to me for a couple of years, and it is what it was. Like, I didn't do the shit for money. I didn't do shit for clickbait and all that shit. And everybody wanted me to do it. And I stood on my motherfucking toes. I wasn't doing it like OBF members and a lot of people said to do it. So, some shit I did, like donating and all that shit, I get that. Right? But I don't push y'all. I don't ask y'all. Like, I don't beg and none of that shit. Y'all do that, nigga, to come donate. Nigga, if you donate, you donate. You fuck with me, you fuck with me. You subscribe, you don't like. It is what it is. Right? I pray and hope and wish that motherfuckers will push the shit and donate and hit the like button and shit like that and push my shit bigger. I wish that. But I'm good with the motherfuckers that I fuck with. I'm good that people, y'all come in and y'all rock with me and fuck with me. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm not this dude. I'm not that. We talk like ambition. Like, I'm not ambitious of trying to do something that I stay in my, put it like this. I try to stay in my lane, but if something get bigger, I know how to move, right? So we get all that, right? So my whole point is, we had people who did that, and I stood up for a whole year, and I was actually telling, I did this shit by myself for a whole year. I was out of work for a whole year. Took a whole year off. And I was doing shows. Never seen my show grow. Never seen a lot of OBF members get in and push the shit and help me push it. Never seen them do it. Right? So now we come to the end of 2023, and now I'm telling niggas, hey man, what y'all gonna do in 2024? I watch y'all for a whole year. Did nothing. Y'all seen in and out motherfuckers came. Shay left. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say we kicked her out or no shit like that. Shay left. Cool. Whatever personal business between me and her, is what it is. But she left. Okay, cool. Mind you, before that, Weezy, we kicked Weezy out. Then Weezy come back. I bring Weezy back. Weezy come back. Y'all see OG. OG got kicked out. OG, now he had came back. Brother Bell, same shit. Kicked him out, he come back. Right? So, all motherfuckers coming in. So now we got Rick, we got LT, we got Nick, we got Talking. And then my brother, I bring in, on Real Talk, I bring in, but everybody fuck with him too. But I bring in, I ran across everybody. I brings in my brother True. My brother True comes in. First thing he does, this nigga automatically writes me the intro. Y'all see on Mr. OBF intro. Automatically. I hit him up and say, hey yo, I need the intro. Blah, blah, blah. He said, all right, cool. Got you. So he doing his part. Be cool. Push him out. Right? So now, I get everybody. We supposed to be on the same page. We lost Shay. I get it. It hurt us. No lie to y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and try to pretend to everybody that losing Shay didn't hurt. It hurt. You know what I mean? You know, that big sister, motherly figure, that woman intuition, that shit, we miss that. No lie. You know what I mean? I miss it. You know what I'm saying? Miss my sister. I miss her. You know what I mean? But she left. It is what it is. Right? So you start to see niggas at the end of the year. I tell niggas, I say, hey man, the fuck are we doing? You start seeing niggas start trip out when I start questioning niggas, start pushing niggas and say, hey, look, niggas gotta step up and do some more shit. I'm not gonna be the only nigga that keep putting out content. I'm giving niggas shows. I'm helping these niggas create. I'm creating intros. I'm creating shit for them. Trying to create their shows for them. Trying to go off of them. Trying to, go through shit with them to create it. Now, mind you, I have no problem if niggas tell me I'm just not Kenny. I ain't built for doing what you do. I'm not cool with doing a show by myself or doing a show with other niggas. I'm just not cool with doing. I'm okay with that. But niggas tell me they can do it. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we get it. We start to go there. I'm telling these niggas at the end of the year, okay, cool. Shit gonna go. I showed y'all see me promoting the shows. I created all that motherfucking shit. I created it. The intros, the commercials, all that shit to promote it. I do that. That's what I do. I get behind the scenes and I do it. So I'm doing all that shit. Mind you, I work 9 to 5. I'm doing everything, life that they say they live, I live it too. Ain't no different, nigga. I'm hardly fucking home. Hardly spend time with my daughter and shit like that here and there I do. Doing the same shit. Got same problems, nigga, but I still can do that for this. And I ask you kind of just give me a little something. Motherfuckers can't do it. So we get issues. I'm going to speak too deeply on it. The nigga Rick Jr., he gets upset because when I present that to him, I say, niggas ain't going to, if you ain't going to present no show or whatever, can you do the show or whatever? Nigga got upset. Okay, whatever. I hear nothing back from the nigga for months. So I cut his ass out. That's why you don't see him in the intro no more. Okay, so he get upset. So this nigga, we get behind the scenes, whatever, shit happens. Don't get into too many of the details, but shit happens. He said nothing to me. But he get everybody in the back talking. I don't give a fuck who started the motherfucking conversation. Whoever hit the motherfucking did the messenger. Whoever did it. It doesn't matter to me. Then I come in, nigga say nothing to me. You got an issue. You already know you got an issue, but you don't say nothing. But if that was me, I guarantee you, if I got an issue with any of these niggas or anybody, nigga, we talking about it. I'll fuck the whole mood up. I don't give a fuck what the mood is. I got a problem. What's up? Or nigga, if I'm calling you behind the scenes, come holler at me. I did that with him. He didn't do it. So all of a sudden now you pop up. And then he got in a little issue with Brother Bell. And he want to stop talking to us. You got an issue with Brother Bell. What the fuck you talking about? You got to take time off from us. But then we don't talk to you for months, and then now your ass pop up. So that's part of it, right? So there's a little stupid shit going on. So Brother Bells just started acting crazy. So all the time I was glorifying street shit. I put it out here. He said I was glorifying street shit. How I glorify street shit? I was having this conversation with my wife. I said, listen, I ain't no regular nigga. I'm not a regular dude. I live a regular life now, and I is what I am. It is what it is now. When you ask me about shit that I know about, I'm a former street nigga. I live a long motherfucking life in my 42 years, man. Listen, I've been grown since I was motherfucking 12. I've been taking care of grown man shit since I was 12. I've been taking care of my sister since I was 12. Maybe even 11. I've always been taking care of some fucking body, nigga. I always been that dude. I had to grow up very fast. So I only know what I know. I can't speak on some shit that I don't know. And if I don't know anything that I don't know, I listen. That's the difference between me and other motherfuckers. If I don't know something, I listen. Or if I don't know something, I research. I try to figure out what the fuck. But I don't speak on people's shit. And I can't speak on shit that I don't know. So I don't glorify street shit. I talk about this shit because I want to get the young niggas to understand. I get it. But that doesn't mean that what you're doing is right. I get it. I understand the mind state. I get it. But you can't. That shit ain't. It's not popping. We losing too many of y'all. A lot of y'all the future and y'all dying. There's other things with that. Why y'all shouldn't be doing that. It's just bad. It's just wrong to do. We killing each other. That's the number one thing. We shouldn't be doing that. The number one thing is morally bad. And then, number two, we killing each other. But then they say I glorify street shit. Should go live. It is what it is. Nigga, Rick Jr., he come up, call us out of the blue. We ain't talked to this nigga in almost a week. All of a sudden he come popping up because Brother Bell, I guess maybe called him or whatever. I don't know what the fuck, because he wasn't in the conversation. So only thing that we could think of, shout out to Weezy. Weezy said that shit don't seem right, yo. Like all of a sudden this nigga just pop up, man. I was like, oh, what it is with this. I didn't even think about it, but he brought my attention, and now it make plenty of sense now. He pop up, Start asking niggas what's going on with this shit about Brother Bell. I'm like, nigga, please, man, get the fuck out. They made him have a whole blowout. And shit go left. And it was what it was. And then certain people in OBF thought I was making an ultimatum, but I actually was testing niggas. Where your loyalty at? It wasn't even about I'm telling you who you can't fuck with or talk to. It's who you will want to fuck with and talk to. A dude that had a problem with me, right? He seen me a week ago and never said nothing to me about his whole issue, but he waited till an issue come up and then that's when he got a problem with me. So if you okay with that nigga, then okay, it'd be okay for me to do that then. So you're accepting a nigga, you're accepting that shit. You're accepting a nigga to be that type of character about a dude. I rather nigga. So I thought this about a lot of people in OBF, that you want a nigga to confront you right away and steady bullshitting with you. Tell you the fucking truth how they feel. I don't want no nigga hold nothing back. If you got a problem with me, tell me what it is. If we gonna work it out or not. I don't give a fuck about the circumstances. I don't give a fuck about fucking the movement up. Nigga, I got a problem. What you said and what you did. Okay, let's talk about it. Because I don't want you going off thinking this way about me. Or you feeling this way about me. Let's talk about it. Or me feeling that way about you or thinking this way about you. Let's talk about it. I grew up differently, bro. We don't hold shit in like that. You hold shit in like that and then you blow up and then you wind up doing something real stupid. That's all I'm saying. And I'm a communication type of nigga. I don't want to be sitting there pretending that shit don't exist. You know what I mean? Try to spare people feelings. Sometimes you can't spare people feelings because what happens is if you do that, shit builds up, and then that person blow, and then some fuck shit happen. Mass shootings happen. People killing their mothers and fathers and stupid, goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So they thought I was giving an ultimatum, but I wasn't. I was actually questioning their morals. Because if he did that to me, why you don't think he'd do that to you? You know what I mean? But if I had a problem with you or you bring a problem up to me, I'm talking to the OBF members now. Nigga, you know, you can always do that to me if you got a problem with me. You ain't got to hold nothing back from me. And you know if I got a problem with you, nigga, I'm going to say it straight to you. So, that was my issue. It wasn't an ultimatum. It was almost asking you, are you okay with a dude doing that type of shit? It's about your moral principles. You know? And so when y'all don't see Nick, that was the reason why. We found out what his moral principles are. You know what I mean? At that period of time. You know? So that's why you won't see Nick. That's why you won't see Rick Jr. That's why you won't see Shay. Because I broke all that shit down. And I ain't mad at either one of them. Sometimes you just see people for who they are. And it's just what it is. And like I said, when it comes to the Shay situation, listen, it just is what it is with that. This is when somebody tell you that they care about you and they trust you like that, they should trust you. But she didn't. That's what that is. The Rick Jr. shit, and I ain't trying to disrespect the brother like that, you know what I mean? Because I don't really got no beef with the brother truly like that. But he's just a behind the scenes nigga. He's only good behind the scenes. He doesn't do nothing outside of the scenes. You know what I mean? He's just a nigga that never really kind of really brought anything to the table truly like that, because you know, we fuck with him, I fuck with him, I like them and stuff like that, but Weezy was kind of one that pushed him. Pushed him on everybody and was like, yo, we should bring him in and shit like that, and we did, you know. And so, you know, but outside of that, he didn't really bring any content. He wasn't nothing really that too much special like that. We thought that he was just a cool, good dude, but outside of that, you know, prayers to him. I know he just had a newborn and shit, you know. Shout out to him, and over the newborn is good, and you know, life is good, but he just, you know, when it all boiled down to the end, like, he not really brung nothing to the table. When I talk about Shay and all them, they brung shit to the channel. When I talk about even Nick, bring shit to the channel. When I talk about OG, and OG is not a part of this shit no more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say that, I take that back. We don't know about OG. I can't get into too much of business about that, but once we square that shit off, and then we'll know for sure why, you know, I'll give y'all the update on that. But, yeah, man, so right now, to be real with the fans and be real with all y'all, man, we going to transition right now. That's why a lot of the shows ain't came up and we ain't did a lot of shit. Right now, we in transition right now. It's just only me, Weezy, talking, and LT. That's all that's left. You know what I mean? You know, but shout out to all them brothers and sisters that left or whatever, and they probably had their own points of view about it. But like I said, the difference is that at the end of the day, I tell y'all, regardless of what our disagreements is, I still wish them well. I still love them. If it, you know, I'm always open for them to come back, but shit just got to be a little different. That's it. And I got to be a little different. Maybe I got to be a little different. Maybe they got to be, they definitely going to have to be a little different, but definitely I would too. So, you know, but right now we just ain't in the space to be fucking with each other right now. You know what I mean? I wish those guys well. You know, wish them all well, man. You know, but we got to move on. I told you in 2024, I'm not with the bullshit, man. Shit is it's just weird. I don't understand why we don't want to, like, I guess at the end of the day for me, man, Weezy always talk about this. Like, the movement always been there, what we wanted to do. And it's just like, we don't see how people really care about the movement anymore. And I think that's what's bothering me. What's the movement really truly about? It's a movement. You know what I mean? It ain't, and I always tell y'all, I'm never the leader of this shit. You know what I mean? People call me, oh, you the creator of the movement. Okay, cool. But I ain't the leader. We do this shit together. Y'all as well, the subscribers to the channel, we all leaders to this shit. This shit that we need to push out to our people, to get our people on the right path. You know what I mean? Whatever way that you can do it. But you don't have to do it my way. You can do it your own way. Put your spin on it. I ain't that type of motherfucker where everybody gotta agree with everything I say and do everything I say. You have to do it this way. Nah, fuck that. So I put that out there to the fans to let y'all know, like, shit gonna change. And so, and let y'all know why y'all don't see a lot of our people, and wonder why we ain't come back with a big bang in 2024 yet. But we will. Believe you me. And that's the reason I'm telling y'all all this shit. Because like I said, the one thing about me, I like to stay truthful to my people. And you may get them, they may come up, they got their side of the story or whatever it may be. I didn't get into too much details about it because in fact I like to certain personal shit that we had and stuff like that, I won't ever put out. Because I still respect them at the end of the day. And like I said, you throwing out people's shit and you saying certain shit. And I ain't trying to disrespect them. It's just, we just not there. We're not there. So, you know, that's my thing. I don't look at that shit as a beef. I just look at it, we ain't there right now. We ain't connecting. And that just is what it is. And sometimes people fall out of connection. And it just is what it is. Sometimes people ain't in the same position and place. That's all it is. So that's why if they do come out with a different story, if you hear anything differently, that's their point of view. It's cool. You can believe it or you don't. It's up to you. So leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.